He hasn't been shaded or colored yet, though.
Just adorable.
That's pretty quiet program.
All right. Can you guys hear me or no?
I can
No,
hear
Michael, we can't hear you at all.
you.
All right. Let's see if I could. No wonder. Roll20.net. Ooh, what's that?
Excuse me.
Shit. All right. All right. Hey, Joseph or someone, can someone send me my character sheet off the fucking thing?
No.
Totally
Beans.
can't do that.
That might be useless then.
I mean, can you not log into Roll20 on your phone?
I can't remember anything. I can't remember what email or password I used.
Well, figure it out, because it's a multi-page character sheet, so sending it to you is a little bit out of the question.
What is this? What am I on? Promotions? I don't want to be on promotions. Oh, shit. I don't think it's this one then. Maybe this again.
As I'm wondering, why is my sound not coming through my headphones? Oh wait, I didn't turn them on.
That would explain it.
Don't you hate that? I'll be in a meeting and I'm talking away and I'm on mute. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I must shrink things down on the other computer here. But I had everything set up in the living room.
Shut up. They could hear you, Tyler.
You shut up
Oh, God. Guessing game. Can't remember my password. Yeah, what else is that one?
As apparently the dogs are losing their conniption outside, but it's not our dog.
Yeah, but ours will be blamed.
Well, these are the way things go when you have the biggest, scariest, meanest dog in the whole 2-block neighborhood.
She's not the biggest and the meanest. She's a sweetheart.
Unless you're on
She
the
just
other
has a
side of
really
her
big
fence.
bark. Yeah, she can be intimidating.
I mean, when you see those teeth flashing and the snarling and the gnashing, but then you put her on the other side of the fence and she's a little baby.
Oh, got a game.
Are you having technical issues?
Yes, but I think I'm good now. Sign in. That. All right.
After all, since the last time you guys were there, you rolled really well on that survival roll, so y'all get a sneak peek at what was going to be an ambush. Instead becomes the player's ambush.
No, I don't really. That's why I keep it. I'm definitely not throwing it. Yeah.
You know what? I think this is a wrong Roll20 account. So let's do that one. I forgot my password.
Would you like to know what Roll20 account you're on?
I think I know which one it is. Only have 2 emails.
I'm pretty sure I could tell you in a second.
That one. One of my customers. Yeah. This is how I get my sales down. Roll for persuasion. Oh, yep. This isn't, guys. This is my account. But
So are you at work right
yeah, I am.
now?
Everything's on my phone right now. All right. Oh, wrong email. I don't want that one. That one with this password. I swear I had everything saved on my phone, but I guess not. New phone, who dis?
It is nice when you have the portable computer in your hand.
Yep.
As I say that, mine just died. Maybe I should have charged it.
All right.
So tomorrow happens to also be free RPG day. Not that anyone's going to any game stores to get free RPGs. You guys doing anything for free RPG day?
Might as well sacrifice my life just to get free stuff.
Well, you could try the store and seeing if they're giving out any swag. They haven't announced anything, so I'm not sure.
Perfect. This is my chance. Oh God.
You
All
could
right.
be the only one to go there and get all of the swag.
All right. Oh, how do I get rid of this box?
What box?
The fucking. Oh, thanks, Tyler. Never mind. I didn't. Tyler did it. Oh shit.
The question is, how do you get it back?
Let's see it.
Oh, yeah.
Hello,
Now that-
Tyler.
He said hello. Yeah. That's Genesys, actually.
It's like, do we need to send him the Twitch link so he can watch along?
You guys can watch the Twitch link too. Yeah.
Of course, this is when I would say he's the kind of guy you can trust, and he won't submarine you by sharing with your boss.
Well, here, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There, he's down. Yeah. See. Oh, for watching the Twitch thing, right? Hell yeah! Just send me the link, and I'll send it to him. Look at us go. Yeah. Alright. I see my blueberry muffin. There he is. Oh shit.
And here we were thinking there'd be no blueberry today.
Nah, there's always gonna be a blueberry.
You can't stop the blueberry.
Although I think that my difficult thing would be is looking at my character sheet and moving everything around.
Well,
But
you can just tell us what you're doing, and I'll kind of control you for you. How about that?
all right. All right.
It seems like he's possessed and moving almost like a zombie, but of course he's moving across the screen and shooting arrows.
I'm over here using my telekinesis. I'm like, wait, is that it? I'm a genius.
I like how he's saying it like we can see what he's doing.
Oh no, dude, I'm playing Genesys. Oh, it's a RPG like Dungeons and Dragons.
You're
Little
playing
bit
right now?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
people, you can hear people talking?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm on Skype, and then Skype with everyone, and then Roll20 with all the maps and terrain. My blueberry muffin. Yeah. Well, not right now. What? Epic 7? Yeah. Yeah, dude, all I have to do.
Now they totally sound like they're jealous.
Is he in trouble, bro? God, my boss is bitching me the fuck out.
As all of a sudden there's a giant silence and a pause that goes over the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm
A lot
in
of
the
talking.
auction house.
Are you selling, sexy pants?
No, are you kidding? I still haven't gotten those pants to drop. No, I'm just checking. Nothing. Why do they have to have, the leather armor has to be the ugliest in the game?
Because
Plate has some really cool ones, even mail, and of course cloth have some really nice outfits, but leather, oh my God, it sucks.
Well, it's because it's leather. It either looks like fur, or it looks like tanned leather, or it looks like a black leather ninja. One of those three. You have to fit in one of those three categories.
Terrible.
Look like a Yeti, look like a ninja, or look like some guy wearing some old buckskin. These are the options you get.
Yeah, apparently.
Though you figure they'd have more like night elf, sexy leather-esque outfits, but I guess that's why you can go to the transmogrifier and take off all your clothing.
See, now there is this really cool outfit in there, but it's not a transmogrifier. Oh, God, you stupid.
Is it that bad?
No, it's really cool, but because it's only a level 10 item, it's a gray basically, It's non-transmographible, or whatever the term
Yeah.
would be for it. You can't transmog to it. And it's really pretty. That's right. I like to base my outfits on pretty.
So that means you put on the pretty little outfit, you take your screenshot, and then you're done.
No. I'm playing a character. I want them to look nice.
You're adorable.
You should play Path of Exile then.
What's Path of Exile?
It's like Diablo, but better.
I was going to say, I hate Diablo.
Oh.
Or possibly Final Fantasy, That way you get the really extreme costumes that you have to pay for.
Well, the reason why I'm farming those pants for like 2 weeks is because I really want them, but I don't want to pay for them. I mean, on the server that I'm farming, they're going for like 150K. I mean, on my Alliance server, they're going for like 300K. Fuck that.
Whereas you could just drop $20 on a WoW token and buy them.
No. Can't bring myself to do that either. But seriously, all the stuff is just freaking ugly.
But yes, it's WoW. What do you want? You're supposed to have multicolor armor sets with giant shoulder pads and a tiny head.
I always hide the shoulder pads. They're just too ridiculous.
Hey, they have introduced some nice tiny shoulder pads, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, I'm quite fond of the single black leather shoulder pad that leaves the other shoulder exposed.
But seriously, man, these are just ugly.
How bad can they be? It's like you should totally send us all a picture of how ugly they are.
No, I'm going through all the ones right now. I mean, there's a lot in there that...
Oh, you're flipping through at the auction house to see what options are available?
Exactly. Looking at the ones that I haven't collected disappearance yet.
This is what happens during the COVID-19 crisis. Women start shopping in World of Warcraft instead of actually at the boutiques.
Although actually, when I do see somebody with a pretty outfit on, I always inspect them so I can find out what their transmog is.
So you can say, hey, where can I get that?
Exactly.
But wait, there's more.
I mean, okay, why put this even in there? Somebody put a hand-stitched leather vest you can get from a vendor in, and they put it in for 1 silver. It costs more to put it up on auction than it does.
Because maybe they're a hacker, and that 1 silver is actually hacked or something. And as soon as someone buys it for that 1 silver, they have given their information away. Dun 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 dun. No, not so much.
No, not so much.
Or maybe they're trying to destabilize the global World of Warcraft economy. As everything got really quiet.
Oh, I'm just talking to everyone about the fucking Genesys thing.
You mean the best game system ever?
Yes. And then the roll 20. This is fun.
So this is when you should get Joseph to just say, "So Joseph, why is Genesys the best system ever?"
Hey, Joseph, why is Genesys the best system ever?
Because your mother blows me at night.
Wow, that came out of left field.
Damn. I expected that, though. It's Joseph.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of eating, so I just needed something I could say quickly with a mouthful of food.
You heard what he said. So with a mouthful of food, he goes quickly. But as I'm about to toss pizza bones to dogs, and we may or may not have dog fights.
Did you just call the crust of a pizza bone?
Yes,
Yep.
that's what he calls them.
That's
I'm
what
never
it's
associating with you in public ever again.
called. Well, that's gonna kill your game time, then, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, as apparently Freya is outside barking,
Yes, she is.
and Hilda is gladly eating all the pizza bones. She's like a little vacuum machine running down the hallway, going ha 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 ha! I've eaten all her special food. N'est-ce pas? What's going on here? Freya, hey. Don't shake your head now. I'm offering you food. Okay, Hilda, eat all your food. She has decided she will let Hilda eat all of her food. I see how somebody was sneaking around there.
What do you mean?
So, what would happen if I get into the water? Would I sink, crumble away, or disintegrate?
Well, seeing as you're secretly a city elf and not a blueberry muffin,
That's fair. I'm a city elf.
I mean, a city elf who is thoroughly convinced that he's a muffin.
the important thing is he's the abject lesson for why you never tell a witch her muffin baking is bad. Because you then become a blueberry muffin.
I got Hey,
blubbery muffin?
I tell the truth. It's not my fault that she's a horrible cook. She's just a bad sport.
It would be a baker, not a.
Baker, not a cook.
A brewer, a baker, and an evil witch maker.
Oh, look, who wants to finally join us? Eric. Hi.
Yes, I've been putting food in my head.
The important question is, which orifice were you using?
That's
Ew.
the question.
Guys are weird.
Yes, because you are not at all.
I'm weird, just in a different way.
It's your fault, Kelly. You choose to associate with us. So now that Eric's here, we're getting all super quiet, so he's the only one making noise.
Awkward.
I'm like, did that blueberry muffin go running around again? Do not die
No.
until I kill you.
I'm letting one of my friends mess with the Roll20. This is fun.
Ah. Probably going, holy crap, this is so easy to use.
It is, like, it really is. It'd be a lot easier if it was on my computer, but it works just fine.
Very true. So I am very glad the weekend is here.
Yes, it's been a rough week.
I was going to say, how's that go again?
Do, 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 do. Does Roll20 have a place for unspent XP?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
On the first tab.
Character info. There's total XP and there's available XP.
And it's really good to use that available XP tab.
I don't see that.
Under character,
All right, so awesome sauce. I haven't been, using the total XP.
So under characters, selecting your character, right? So I get the pop-up window.
yeah, but in your character sheet, we're talking. There's the character info section.
Character sheet. Character
Right.
info. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's character is the very first heading, and it's in that section.
Ah. Okay.
That's where you can keep all your dirty little secrets on your character.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like your motivations, your desire for your strength and flaw, they have their own section down a little further from there.
All the things that I see in your sheet are absolutely blank. It's almost as if Index 001 has no character.
Boing.
That would be one of his gear clockwork springing.
All right, so gender, blueberry, build, muffin.
He's got big blueberries and he does not lie.
But he does lie.
You know what? I told the witch that her baking is garbage. I'm sorry. And I tell the truth, not lies.
That is a lie.
That's cute. On Facebook, Scott just messages saying, "Where is everybody? I thought I was late."
You are! Ha ha ha!
Let's send him another ringy dingy and see if he can answer. One ringy dingy.
2 ringy dingy.
3 ringy dingies.
4 ringy dingies. Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah.
The ominous quiet.
I'm multitasking.
You're still farming those pants, aren't you?
No, actually, I was picking up my garrison resources.
This is the exact moment when Kellie realizes I can keep WoW in the background when it's not my turn and play World of Warcraft. And so,
Except for my computer, that would like slow it down to a crawl.
well, I didn't say you do it effectively. That's when you get all super sneaky and you use your phone for Skype to unload some bandwidth.
No.
So it looks like Scott is having some Skypey issues.
And yet Michael can get on Skype from his phone at work.
We live in miraculous days.
Because he's not wearing pants.
We live in miraculous days.
It's Pantless Friday.
Hey, I'm not wearing any pants. Of course, I'm wearing a dress.
I'm wearing shorts, which are pointedly not pants.
Well, their formal name is short pants, so sadly you are wearing pants.
Well,
I don't think that's how
I'm
that
wearing
works.
jerseys and a dress shirt, guys. If that's something. Oh shit! There's a fucking phone call.
Yay!
Hey, I think Scott's in here
Jim, why are there 2 Jims?
because I'm just like messing with you.
They're multiplying.
Because
there are 2 of them. This is getting out of hand.
there's the gym from the living room and the gym from the bedroom on the laptop.
You must have a really big house to have 2 gyms in it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do in the COVID-19 generation.
Especially being a lawbreaker, because the governor said all gyms should be closed.
And
How much more can we dogpile onto this joke?
It's a jungle out there, and he's a jungle Jim. Was that sufficient?
That was sufficient.
come on, let's kick that ball one more time. Somebody's got to have something.
Oh no, dodge it, please.
Wait, what did I miss?
So wait a second. Are you saying that you want us to continue this joke gymnasium?
Uh-oh,
The
what is the
coward,
green
you.
drawing? I think someone sneezed, or there's a wild animal on the loose.
Oh no, that's probably me. Everyone's over here. Hi, you Christian.
The entire OST is on Spotify.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
Hold it, what?
The soundtrack to Cowboy Bebop, the entirety of it is on Spotify.
Yep.
That is very good.
But the problem is, if I listen to the soundtrack, then I'm gonna want to see the anime right then and there.
Yes, that is a
I'm
problem.
not hearing a problem.
That's actually one of the things in my nerd catalog I haven't done yet.
What?
I love the corgi.
There's so many of them.
I just love that in one episode, the hangover cure they give someone is literally just hot water and vodka.
Like the thing from the refrigerator that attained life.
That's always been one of my favorite episodes. And the way that it gets put down. Because what happens when you have a thing that's been in the back of the refrigerator for hundreds of years? I mean, someone's got to eat it.
Do they, though?
Well, when it's poisoning everyone on the crew that it attacks, someone's got to put it down.
But do they gotta eat it? Because that, frankly, seems like a health code violation.
No, that's the plan for our campaign too. You know, we're gonna eat everything in our way, and if they aren't horrified and peacefully surrender, we'll eat them too.
Muffin first.
I mean, the muffin's got to go first.
You don't want none. The muffin's gonna kick ass.
He's gonna
I'm just
bust Buff.
I'm just imagining the muffin like the fucking rabbit from Monty Python.
That's not so dangerous. Gets fucking eaten by the muffin.
And then all of a sudden, we need someone to roll deception. Quick, we need the muffin to be bluffing.
Ah.
That rhymed.
Scouts across the lands will say, "Do you know the Muffin Man?"
The Muffin Man! The Muffin Man!
The Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The one that lives on Drury Lane?
He is a city elf.
The Muffin Man!
These are sad, sad things. So is everybody ready? I mean, everyone's quiet, so I can only assume it means readiness.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Kellie, have you put Azeroth away?
Yes, I have.
Have you really?
Yes, I have.
Have you gotten
Because
enough
I totally
pants?
wouldn't
I'm sorry, what was that?
Have you gotten enough pants?
No, I'm still trying to farm those glorious leg plates.
Glorious leg plates.
That's what they're called, the glorious leg plates. They drop in a 10-man raid off of these trash mobs.
So just to clarify, for those who don't play WoW, these glorious pants look like tin panties and chaps. Just to let you know
No,
what
they
these things look like.
don't.
Sounds pretty glorious.
They're
'Cause
really
everybody
pretty,
knows.
all gold. And then I'll have the almost the whole set.
Because you gotta catch them on.
Hey, I have pretty much most of the Lofty set and the Vanguard set. At least the important pieces. Just need those fucking pants for the Glorious set.
Those pant drops are just going to be like an obsession for you.
My white whale. Just call me Ishmael. No, Ahab.
So we left off before pink and green have been drawing all over the map. You guys are hunting down the river barge that was heading down the river. And then you were, of course, ambushed by goblins because your scout got you kind of lost.
I make a quick suggestion first, right before we get in. If it's okay with the party, I think it's a good idea if we pool our loot instead of divvying it, because it'll give us better buying power for people that need stuff.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
In general,
You can be banker.
yeah, that's fine. That's basically him. But
Okay,
yeah,
if
it's generally better to buy like one $100 item than it is to buy 6 $40 items or so. So
Right, so if you're being banker, I'm not going to worry about keeping track of it anymore.
yeah, I will.
I was.
Yeah, I'll keep track of the communal loot, but you guys, of course, will keep track of your own stuff.
Okay.
So what did we get silver wise from the last encounter?
Hold on. Let me.
We got 54 silver, 8 goblin shields, 8 goblin bows, 8 jagged blades, and 2 axes.
And the funny thing is, all of a sudden on index 001, his chest opens up, and there's one of those old inventory ticker machines. He starts immediately tickering inventory lists out.
Why
There's
is there
a
an
lot of
ad for
background
something
noise
playing?
coming from someone, by the way.
So I've got 8 of the goblin shields, 8 of the goblin bows, and what else?
I took one of the jagged blades, so there's only 7 of those.
Okay.
7 jagged blades and 2 axes.
Okay. 7 jagged blades and 2 axes. What is the encumbrance on these dudes? Jim?
On which dudes?
On the 8 shields, 8 bows, and the jagged blades and the axe.
Let me
Because
pull
I
that.
am reasonably certain that I cannot carry all of this.
I'm pretty sure you should not be carrying all of that.
Yes.
Especially the shields alone will encumbrance you to death.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, you guys did have that handy-dandy goblin stash hole you could stash the items in.
That would not be a bad idea.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I mean, what are the odds that somebody else knows about the goblin stash hole? Unless everyone knows about the goblin stash hole.
Unless anyone else objects, I think it might be a better idea to leave these things in the goblin stash hole and then come back with the donkey.
That's fine.
Yeah. And at the very least, as we continue exploring, we will have a little bit more encumbrance to be able to find other things, and these are reasonably safe. So I will keep them in the inventory as under the goblin stash hole. And if anything changes between now and when we pick them back up, I will modify the inventory then.
That sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Very good. I think I am done noting everything down. Excellent.
Blessed be the goblin stash hole.
Goblin stash hole.
Oh yes, good old goblin holes.
Where you
I knew
stash.
somebody was going to go there. So you guys basically were heading the direction that you know the river bard should have dropped off its supplies and unfortunately didn't. So obviously it was waylaid between point A and point B. And your scout rolled really well in his blueberry muffin scouting school. And basically got you guys a heads up that on the way you heard goblins being all goblin-y, and you sensed a little ambush there. So where you would have been possibly ambushed, you instead are having the advantage over the possible ambushers, and you're taking full advantage of the situation, as one should.
Who's our? I know we have at least one small person.
I am. I'm a gnome.
How likely is it that we could disguise you as a goblin?
Disguise me as a goblin?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see what my deception is.
I mean, how deceptive can a bard be?
I mean, I don't see a deception on skills. There we go. Hold it. It's down there. Okay. I have a 1 rank and 2 greens. Okay. Whose ever music that is, it's really loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's work.
So how comfortable would you be? Would you prefer if we tried something sneaky with you going in there and charming the goblins, or would you feel safer if we went in there and stepped on all of their heads like ripe cantaloupes?
I got 2 rank. I got 2 rank and 2 green in charm. I'm all for charm.
And if that fails, ripe cantaloupes.
It was either that or playing a line from Wreck-It Ralph and breaking them like quail's eggs between thighs. So
Yikes.
I got 3 greens in the deception. I could probably discuss this as a goblin.
I think it would be fun to have them try to decept their way through the ambush.
I would love to watch the half elf who is tall and lanky, who thinks he's a muffin, attempt to deceive the goblins into thinking that he too is a goblin. This pleases me.
This is how we assassinate these scouts. So you guys can approach from either side. I'll even give you of these goblins who are picking over the corpses that are out there. These are corpses, by the way.
Hold on, what's
And,
your corpse?
The little dead body things that you can barely make out in the mud.
Oh, those. Okay.
And at their little dam that the goblins built that obviously worked.
Is it possible if I could try to sneak my way to the high ground behind like these bushes or whatever they are?
Depends. Are you talking about your side of the river or the opposite side of the river?
My side of the river.
Okay, so
this
like
one right
these?
Oh
Yeah,
like,
you could do that.
I say because there's an awful lot of them. If something goes wrong,
Don't worry.
Nothing
I'm
will
a-
go wrong.
hey, I have the least amount of hit points of everybody.
To
I
answer
can only
Scott's
take
question,
7 wound.
the thing that doesn't look like 2 goblins glued together is a single goblin who seems to be barking orders at the rest of them.
Okay, so I think we have our first target.
Yep, take out the leader.
He's referring to this gentleman over here, this little goblin with the fancy stick of I'm in chargedness. That's
So-
its official goblin name, is the fancy stick of in chargedness.
We need you to seduce the goblin and lure it to the bushes where we will beat it unconscious.
Okay, so you want me to pull
And
Bugs
not
Bunny?
with sticks.
Okay, so I'll have to try. Okay, so then, well, how are we going to cross the river?
Actually, before we do any of this, I've still got a critical wound. Can somebody heal me?
Does someone want to attempt to heal that critical wound? Is anyone good with medicine?
The bard is good with magic,
I
which
can
is
do
the same
medicine,
thing.
but I do not have an apothecary's kit. So it would be done out of negative. If someone can do it with magic, it would be a better chance.
It would.
Because I'm currently at a -1 to all my magic.
I will do a verse.
Do you have your magic book open?
I do believe that is the correct difficulty.
I think it actually is too.
So that's it's up to 5 wounds that Bob can recover, and it also heals the
Bob,
cripple.
on your crit, it is a 3 purple crit, right?
A 3 purple crit?
Yep. Go ahead and pull the page up that has a list of purple dice.
It's a 2 purple crit.
It's a 2 purple crit.
Okay, so take off one of those threats.
See what happens when you roll before I tell you the difficulty? See?
Mm-hmm. So, 1 threat and 5 successes.
Okay, so describe how you magic-y him to get rid of that crit. See, I'm going to throw it back at you.
I basically make a quick poem, basically telling him, just put some dirt in it. You're fine.
That's an absolutely horrible analogy. Phil.
Walk it off.
And here's a new cheat sheet, by the way, that I found on the internet. I figured I'd share. So, Scott, did you hear that? The Bob has healed back that critical injury that you had.
Yay! Heal!
So what is your guys' master plan?
I
Eric,
kinda
we
wanna
can't
try to
hear you,
take out the
Eric.
leader.
I think Eric is talking, but Index 001 is too busy taking inventory to be heard clearly.
I think the current plan is to get the leader away from the rest of the guys, and then deal with the leader first by himself, and then the rest of the guys.
So basically, we want to pull a Bugs Bunny and sort of like I'll pretend to be a goblin female and go, "Hey, big boy," from a distance, and trying to get him to come into the bushes where they're going to jump him. He thinks he's
yeah.
going to jump me, but we're going to jump him.
Your choice on how to do it. You could pretend you could lure him over by being the femme fatale, or you could tell him that there's a message from the chief or whatever that needs to be done in private. However official you want to make it seem.
I like how Index 001 is trying to take it away from the organic sexual thing to something more sensible and knowledgeable. But I'm good to see
Nope.
how
Yeah,
this works out
but-
either way.
The distance works to my advantage. So, hey, big
It makes
boy.
her gnomish curves way more
Whereas
curvy.
if I have a message, that he would expect me to come right up to him to deliver it.
Okay, so you're going to disguise yourself to look like a goblin?
Yes.
So go ahead and give me a
Well,
deception
before-
roll there.
Before you do that, you want me to make you look prettier?
Squeeze me?
I,
I'm already pretty.
I did not say, do you want me to make you look pretty? I said, do you want me to make you look prettier?
Immediately,
And
he's going to whip
How
out
are
a
you going to make
stylus
me look
chair.
prettier?
Magic.
Okay. So, will this make me look like a pretty goblin?
Sure.
Okay, then go ahead. Make me look like a pretty goblin.
That's a
Okay.
utility spell, right?
Yep, that's a utility spell. Don't roll anything yet, though.
Okay.
I got to clear the dice pool.
Well, that depends on what the goal is going to be. Like if it's to buff them, it's going to be an augment spell.
Oh, okay. So it's an augment spell?
Like if you're looking for like a mechanical bonus, I don't know.
Right.
It's up to you how you want to do it, or what you want to give her the option to do. But if you're trying to get her an upgrade on her roll, it would be an augment spell.
I was thinking of an augment spell.
Okay.
And so do you have my difficulty in?
Okay, so now what type of buff with the augment are you going for?
You'd be using presence, wouldn't you?
For charm, to charm him over.
Okay, so yeah, that would be
Yeah, that would be
if she's-
presence.
Yep. And how long are you wanting this buff to last?
15 minutes or half an hour?
Probably half hour would be safer.
Half an hour?
Okay, so in that case, I have your difficulty set.
Cutie pie!
Shit.
So as you summon
that
the
didn't work.
arcane energy to grab a handful of mud and kind of slap it on her face to get that good base coat of magical disguise.
One second. I didn't realize that Bob rolled Arcana. I can aid him with my intellect.
Well, this is magic. Unless you have training in Arcana, you can't do anything with it.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Is your scholar trained in Arcana? Because you
No.
could be. I mean, that's an option.
He's trained in runes, but not in Arcana.
The super cool, powerful magic. Okay, so you start to craft her flesh to make her look goblin-y with the big ears and the tuft of hair, and she looks really good for about a half a second, and then all of a sudden the disguise just goes whoop, and like sloths off, and immediately she's just looking at you blinking with mud on her face.
See, that's our mistake, guys. We used mud. What we needed was feces.
Excuse me? No! No.
Oh, did we regain strain from our last fight yet?
Let me check, but I'm pretty sure we all rolled our cool. I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
I did not.
Nope, it does not look like you guys did.
Oh, so I found a way to open up my character sheet too. So it's going to be on a separate tab. So this is exciting.
So we roll our cool in order to
see what strain that you recovered since last time.
Okay,
is
that's
that against anything, or is this just?
You're gonna have to let me clear the sheet, and it's basically just straight rolls.
Okay, let me.
Holy cool, Twyla.
Unfortunately, the advantages don't do anything, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my crappy cool made it.
So you guys get back 1 strain per success. It's just that Twyla regained her cool and just looks so much cooler than the rest of you.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So is Twyla going to go ahead and make a regular mundane disguise with deception skills, since magic seems to not be that cool?
Yeah. I
Someone
don't suppose I can use some of that advantage.
Nope, because that would have been why you guys were walking your butts over here. But
Okay,
you can
so
use
what
a
would it
story
be?
point.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use one. Okay, hold on.
Click the button.
I'm going. Okay, so what would that be against?
I've got your difficulty set. It's currently a red and a purple.
Oy.
So Twyla immediately does her bard theatrical thing because she's a bard. Immediately starts rubbing mud in specific spots of her face and rubs it in with some
Contours
charcoal.
and highlights.
And immediately kind of pulls her hoodie over her, so she goes from gnome to gob gnome in a pretty quick succession of doing her master of disguise.
It's called a noblin.
Listen,
No
I
lie.
wasn't gonna say anything.
Shush. Gnomes don't talk about those. There was the Noblin Purge.
The Noblin.
Oh God.
So currently, I'll put a little icon on our Twyla so everyone knows that she's in disguise.
Ooh.
Shh, the little ninja egghead man. She is in disguise.
Ba-dum.
So, where are you guys gonna creep closer?
Well, why don't we go upriver and find a better place to cross, and then go across, so that way we're on the same side of the river as the leader?
Well, this seems to be a shorter one that's out of view.
I mean, it's still going to require an athletics roll to swim across this river that's got a pretty good current in the middle of it. But you could try.
Can I just hold on to the droid?
Droid. You mean the automaton?
Yes. Good.
You could gladly climb up on Index 001 if he'll let you. It all comes down to if he'll let you.
Considering I have an athletics of 1 green. I am a gnome.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so you guys are heading, you're heading a bit upriver so that way you won't be seen while you sneak across.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, are you going like a half a mile or further just in case something horribly bad happens and someone gets swept away? Or are you going just, like a good quarter mile up where you should be out of eye shot?
No. I think we're close enough that when she eventually falls into the water, the goblin in charge will see the beautiful goblin that needs help and go out and rescue her, and she'll kill him in the river.
So this is the first time Index 001 has ever met goblins.
It's absolutely correct.
They would laugh at me.
Everything I know about goblins, I got from the romance section of the university library.
So each of you guys give me an athletics roll.
You got it.
If you're carrying someone, let me know and you'll roll after everybody else. Because you're going to get a black dice for carrying somebody. But the difficulty has been set for the slippery river rocks. Oh, Snikey.
Hey, I survived.
And Bob got a triumph. First triumph of the night.
Hey, I am a demigod after all.
And our rogue, the tiny little cat kitten, did not get a single success.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
You know what it is? It's because, Tim had those 3 threats that, made life difficult for you. And as our cute little kitten is going downstream, let's go ahead and see what Index 001 with the little halfling on his head does.
Yeah, critical fail. Do.
No.
Athletics.
Despair. There's not even a red die. Despair.
Oh,
Shit.
So immediately,
we're so new at this.
You're all
we,
going to die.
we see the kitten Korrick go bounding down the water because, cat's in water. Obviously, he didn't want to be in the water, but as soon as you got in the water, swept off in the current.
Can I
And then
use my
Index-
triumph to save her?
Well, you might be able to, but not at the moment. It isn't giving flavor text. And then Index 001 steps in the water, and obviously automaton feet on slippery stones was not a good combination, especially with a gnome clinging to his head, protecting her perfect disguise. As the 3 of them go whooshing down the water. Since Bob did have a triumph, and technically a success. No, he just a triumph. Just a triumph. What is Bob gonna do to try and save these guys?
Put your staff out so we can all grab it.
I'm going to use my staff so that way they can grab it and with my strong swimming skills, pull all of them over to the other side.
Okay, so I will give you with your triumph that you managed to catch all three of them. There's this, you stick your staff out, and first Index grabs the staff, and then Twyla grabs the staff, and then her foot sticks out just enough for Korrick to grab the staff, and Korrick's glad that his tail's not being grabbed as someone behind him. And you're holding the staff steady so they can try to climb their way to shore with your staff.
We are an intimidating group of adventurers.
So each of you three, since he has saved you from being swept down the river, give me an athletics as you crawl over each other to try to get to safety.
Okay, and athletics. All right.
I think I'd rather die. The fallout would be less. I don't know why Tim rolled.
I don't know why Tim rolled either, but he was there in heart and soul. So Bob had saved all of you from being swept down the river, and he gives you that look like, "Come on, guys, just climb up each other and get to safety." And the second he's counting on you all making this roll with these really bad rolls you all made.
What does a success even look like? We don't know.
Immediately, you guys kind of start climbing over each other to the point of you all grab onto the staff now, and you pull the staff out of Bob's hand.
No.
As the three of you guys are tumbling down the river with Bob's staff between you. So you have this beautiful little twirl going on of the three of you guys. So go ahead and give me another athletics roll, as gladly you went further upriver than you needed to in case this happened. I'm really shocked nobody's using story points at this point.
It's not worth it on an athletics roll. If I die, I die.
Okay, that's my magic staff. Can I make an athletics roll and get it back?
You can do an athletics roll to keep up with the group that's being pulled down the river. To keep your staff within eye shot. Okay. As immediately the three of them are spinning, and Korrick kind of looks at all of you guys and lets go of the staff and gets just to shore, where he's doing the whole poofed out wet cat thing.
Oh.
And then Bob is running along the shoreline with you guys.
I want to use a story point for my roll.
Okay, go for it. I will give you an upgrade.
Okay.
You are upgraded.
Boo!
As poor Index is dinging down the river and the rocks.
Can we go back to the Star Wars dice? Those dice liked us more.
Yeah.
So, Bob, you're running down the shoreline with them. You see, Korrick pull himself up, so you kind of give him a quick one hand to get him on his feet so he can run with you. Tim is kind of lackadaisically keeping up, kind of. He's keeping within eye shot of you guys.
Wait up, I have little legs.
Poor Korrick, by the way, when you come out of that water, you basically, something on you is missing.
Oh, lovely.
Fuck.
So do me a favor and...
Which of the three things in this universe that I own is now missing?
I was going to say, roll me a 1d6. Your little kitten picture's so cute. So all of a sudden, when you start running, you kind of notice that off in the middle of the river, you kind of do the adventure thing where you reach back and go, wait a minute, I've got 50 feet of, and you look and you see your rope kind of bobbing in the river going downriver.
Awesome.
I do not have 50 feet of rope. Because rope would be great to throw, and then you're realizing, holy shit, my rope just washed away.
Well,
Tell them to grab onto the rope or get possibly caught in the...
However, I just remembered seeing the rope float down the river, that I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
well, I'm glad one of us does.
Can I make an athletics roll and save some of them?
You could try to throw your rope in a way that Index and Twyla can grab it.
That would still be athletics, right?
Yep. So, by the way, Index, what do you want to do with that one advantage that you have?
I'm going to give it to Twyla.
Thank you.
As you tried to grab her and pull her head above water.
Yeah, because I'm not worried about drowning, but that is a problem for her.
That is a problem for her.
And I probably have the worst athletics of all of us.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Scout with his rope or the two wet adventurers trying to get to safety?
Oh, I already threw my rope.
Okay, so Bob threw his rope with the two successes. So you guys see the rope come flying over you guys, and he threw it in just a good way that, of course, by the way, is giving him one strain because, he stressed it. As the rope comes overhead, that both of you guys could grab onto it to help give you a boost to your attempt to swim out of the water.
So that gives me another blue.
Yep, I've got it in there for you.
Oh, okay, because I have 2 blues now.
So you want to go first, and then we'll have Index.
I'll go first. Okay, you got both blue in?
Yep.
Fuck me! God damn it!
Okay, no, Index, you want to go? I was thinking Index was going to go first.
Twyla's going to drown.
Those blue dice paid off.
They kept her from getting, 2 fails and 3 threat.
Good grief.
Fucking Christ!
So I'm at this point, Index is like,
The
why am I
party
swimming?
drowns.
I'll just walk out of this river. But hey, at least nobody's drowning yet. It's just that you're failing to swim to shore. Hey, when the big metal mechanical man and the very tiny little gnome girl go swimming, this is very dangerous.
Rivers are terrible, and I never want to be in a river again.
Agreed.
Obviously, this is why the goblin leader was on this side of the river. He was safe from any adventurers going to this side of the river to attack him.
Unless they're literally anything but brand new.
Impenetrable.
Okay, so go ahead and both of you guys give me a check. This is your last check with that rope. So do good.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
And then I can give you any advantages I might roll.
Go ahead.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, here we go.
As I look at your other 2 party members and say
goddamn kidding me?
that your teammates are sadistic bastards for not forcing a story point upon you.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Okay, so you know what it is Twyla had the rope, and then Index failed and had a threat which caused him to lose grip of that rope, and he banged right into Twyla, and she's kind of clinging onto him as you're both banging your way down this river. And both of you guys give me a resilience check.
Let's see, resilience.
Finally.
Okay,
Holy crap.
I'm going to have to use a story point because I only have 1 in resilience, and otherwise I'm gonna die.
I have a couple of advantage that I would like to give Twyla a blue die.
Okay, because you're looking out for it. It's
Yes,
natural.
that-
You're
is
you're
important.
instinctively doing that.
Yes.
Okay, sweetheart, you have the.
I have the difficulty set with the blue and the upgrade.
Okay, so I'm dead.
Why are you dead? But you do take 4 points of damage as you're being bounced around in the water.
Hmm.
That's more than half my life. Oh, wait a minute. I've soak. Okay, so.
It ignores soak because it's environmental.
Okay, so.
Can I jump in the water and try to save her?
You can.
Alright, cool.
All of a
that'd be-
sudden, our scout is like, I'm just going to be all crazy and athleticsy in the water.
You know, considering our plan to seduce a goblin, this has a lot more water and violence than I thought it was going to have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially since the only violence we were really prepared for was beating the goblin to death.
I might have liked it. Who knows? We don't know.
And is it possible if I could use a story point?
Ooh, you can gladly use a story point. Will someone click it for him?
I will click it.
Do you need me to click your roll for you, or can you click that on your phone?
I could click that on my phone.
So your difficulty and your upgrade has been set.
Awesome. So it's athletics, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
So immediately, Tim, the city elf scout, he pops up out of nowhere, right over, Bob's shoulder, goes diving into the river in the way that we tell kids not to dive into rivers. But because he's very Tarzan-y, he glides and grabs Twyla and immediately catches this little tide pool for his advantage and pulls her up out of the water and just slumps her over a rock.
Dun, 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 dun. Although I don't I like you.
As Index 001 looks at the two of them as he bobs by in the river.
I'm not sure that I float.
It's more of you've been banging into the rocks, so you're more of like a pogo stick.
That sounds right. Okay.
Awesome sauce.
You guys go take care of the goblins. I will eventually hit the end of this river and walk back.
River goes to the ocean.
It's all right. I got time.
Man, all right. We need to try to save him. Am I feeling lucky again? I think I am. Knock on wood. I'm gonna go try.
Twyla's just gonna cough up river water and.
I'm gonna try to save the Index. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay. Does Index want to try to save himself before that happens?
I think that would be a wise idea. I will
Alright.
try to do that.
Come on, Index.
Let's see.
And you want to know how you're going to try to do it? Like that.
Look
By
at
using
that.
our last story point.
You know what? What's the alternative? We just
Actually-
go without a player?
No, it's true.
All of a sudden, when the ambush starts, Index comes bursting out of the river as part of your plan the whole time.
Yeah. Tim has an advantage. Would Tim like to give me a blue?
Yes. Oh.
Is everything set?
Everything is set.
Okay.
There you go.
So now that Twyla is safely over a rock, coughing up her little lungs, that's exactly what Index needed to see water, and he just nonchalantly
Aw.
walks right out of the river like there was no issue the whole time.
I was
It's
just
just-
trying to make her feel better.
The water's only
You're
like 3 feet
worried
deep right
about
now.
Your organic breathing friend.
Which is drowning for me.
The water's only 3 feet deep, and so Index just stands up.
I'm also. I walk calmly to the nearest big rock, lay myself on it, and force water out of my system also, and pretend to cough. Blah, blah.
Dead.
So we've now learned that you need to send your Beth swimmer first with a rope to give everyone blue dice.
No, what we've learned is avoid rivers.
No,
Like
what
the
we've learned
plague.
is everyone needs to carry enough dynamite to destroy a river.
Maybe now you know why the goblins have dammed this river up.
Damn river.
Maybe I'm on their team now. Screw this river.
Yeah, fuck this river. It brought us nothing but strife.
Yeah. I don't know, besides of fighting them, like, no, we're gonna help you out and destroy this river. What do you need us to do?
Well, the good news is our plan is back on track.
The bad news is our plan is back on track.
So you have safely gotten your breath, so to speak, from the river debacle. You guys are heading back with a firm belief that you got this. These goblins, you have faced the river together. These goblins can't be anything compared to that.
Yeah, the river just took all of the story points we had. How difficult could goblins be?
This is going to be awesome.
I'd also like to note that I'm at half health still from the last time we encountered goblins.
I'm less
They only
than half.
hit me once.
I didn't get hit at all the last time.
That's why we have to be stealthy.
Yeah, that's why we're trying the different tack this time. Actually, if we're only looking for first aid checks, I can do a first aid check with penalty to heal people, if that's something people would be interested in.
For doing a
God.
medicine check, that is a thing.
Yeah.
Please, by all means, do one for me because I want to save my strain for the.
For the
So,
fight. Yeah.
Currently, what is your threshold? Are you at a third? Or are you at half?
I
Less than
am
half.
less than half.
Less than half?
Yes.
Okay, so that's nice because that's only one purple for the medicine check.
Oh no. It's because we're counting from the top, so she's more than half in that case.
Okay,
I have
sweetheart.
3 out of 7.
So that's less than half.
Yeah,
No-
I have less
no,
than half.
because but this game uses a wound threshold, so she is at more than half of the threshold, which is what that
Okay.
is asking for.
Okay, so it's 2 purple.
It's harder to heal you because you're so hurt. Yes.
You're more hurt than not.
Yes, I am.
So 2 purple, and so for each success, she'll get a wound, and each advantage, she'll get a strain.
And I believe there is a penalty for doing these things without tools, but I do not know what it is off the top of my head.
It's basically going to be a black dice.
Okay.
Which I
Okay.
have to put in there still.
Unless I could use a lantern. All right. Let's
In
try
that
out.
case, it would be 2 black dice as you're burning her
Wait
with
a minute.
oil.
What? Just use my apothecary kit. I think I have one. Hold on
Do you
a
have an
sec.
apothecary kit?
Hold on. Let me.
Those are
check
so
my
expensive.
inventory.
Yeah, that was the reason why
I think that was the thing she bought in town. Because she was like, I don't want to die because y'all don't know first aid.
Nope, don't have one.
Nope, you don't have one? Okay, I'll take away the blue and add the black.
Yeah, the problem with them is that they are expensive. That's fine. All
So
right.
he's going to try a poultice that he's making out of chewed leaves and gear oil.
Yes,
Yeah.
I found some of them at the bottom of the river.
Let's see if
are
he
we
can
set?
medical. Yep, we're set. If he can medical you back.
Triumph.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig.
So what do I get for a triumph?
You get another arm.
So for triumph, I will give you back full. All of a sudden, he grabs your dislocated shoulder and cracks it, At it, you scream, but not loud enough to be heard by goblins, because you're biting down on a little stick, I'm sure. And then all of a sudden you realize that you're not as hurt as you thought you were. Because triumph, man, triumph.
And I think advantages. Do advantages recover
Strain.
strain?
Strain. So I am back up to almost full strain too. Woohoo!
Does anyone else need some first aid?
Me, please.
Okay.
But
Well,
preferably without the arm cracking.
very good. I will only crack other bones.
The cracking was really he did a back adjustment and he did a chiropractic adjustment, and that's what the cracking was, and I felt so much better.
Everything I learned about medicine I learned by repairing the VCR at the university.
Yikes.
And you currently are at half, correct?
Exactly half.
Exactly half, because exactly half is so much easier than more than half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So your
Good?
difficulty is ready.
Okay.
Ah, sweet.
So obviously emboldened on his previous first aid experiment, he's now attempting to repeat those results.
Yes. Apparently.
Beating the rogue almost up to full life.
Yep.
Okay, so as we said, you guys are on this side of the river. So you march.
Wait a second. Since we took so much damage and had so much problems with the river, does it count as an encounter?
No, it doesn't. Because if it does, and you want to roll cool, the goblins will be long gone by the time you get back.
Okay.
I think what this has taught me is that I need an apothecary kit.
I think yes,
And a
that
flotation
will.
device.
I don't need a flotation device, but
Hey,
Yeah,
this is
I
why
do. I need water wings.
This is why they say back in the Dark Ages, so many people didn't know how to swim.
Yeah, but that was because they were terrified of the water and thought it carried demons.
well, to be
Sickness.
fair, the water carried us. There's not that much of a difference.
And technically,
For
considering
all index
water back
knows.
there, it actually did have demons. If you
Obviously,
look up-
there was a naiad trying to drown you all.
How are the rest of you guys?
Uh,
down to
I am
three,
at
but
one
other
health.
than that, I'm okay.
Wait, not one health. The fuck?
I was going to say, how did that
So
happen?
you
10 out of 11. And then 9 out of 11 on my strain.
You're pretty much in good shape still.
Yeah. Yeah, if
All
you
that
guys are,
hiding earlier.
oop, wrong way.
So as you guys have noticed, as you're attempting to quietly come forward, the goblins have moved around while you've been gone for a while, because you were gone for a while.
Yes.
So what are you all doing as you're coming south of the old spot you were at? There are the goblins doing the goblin thing.
Is this a big enough shrub to hide us?
Oh, can't you see that it's the entire realm of Terrinoth?
Don't flee before you.
It's a portal.
Like, either this one or this one over here, which looks like it might be a little bit bigger.
So where are y'all heading?
Well, if the goblins moved around, did they?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So the goblins moved around. Should
Yep,
we just
they
like
moved
kind of
around just a
scout?
little.
We can kind of see it. Never mind, I'm just thinking out loud.
Basically, they've been going through the pockets and checking the bodies.
Actually, this looks like a nice big bush up here. How about Twyla lures the commander up here?
I like this.
That's a long
Up
distance.
where?
It is a bit of a
That
long
is a long distance.
So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Twyla, which shrub would you be most comfortable making the whoopee in?
Probably, yeah. This one is. It's far enough away that the other guys shouldn't triggered, and we only have to worry about these guys possibly. So this will give us. Hey, baby.
This can only go so horribly wrong.
Yes. Yes. Well, no. We've rolled all the bad out now, right? That's how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. You rolled the bat away. Okay, so Twyla's disguise is still holding up as she goes walking away, and you just see she's still soggy. She's dripping. You guys have been where you want in the bushes.
God, I can't believe I just made that joke.
Oh, look at you getting all bold and getting closer, guys. So, you three, or I should say you two, because Twyla's not trying to be Heidi. Give me
I'm
stealth
going to be
rolls.
stealthing as well.
Okay, are you staying back at the bush, or you're going to join them?
Yeah.
What I will say is I would ask that our people that are good at stealth, is there a way they could do a team stealth roll?
I've got 1 yellow and 2 green in stealth.
I should be really good in stealth. Stealth, I have 1 yellow, 2 greens too.
Okay, so you'll add a blue helping each other being sneaky.
Yes.
So one of you two give me a stealth roll and see how stealthy the entire group is.
Yes.
I'll do it. Fuck it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Y'all took a long time, so I clicked the button.
We did.
Oh.
We didn't have anything to counter click, so
Yeah.
Now you do.
it's fine. What's the worst that we could happen? 2 minutes later, we're all in the river again.
Not even dead.
Goblins on
yet.
logs shooting arrows at you.
Stealth. All right, are we ready to go? I can roll.
Yep.
Boop. Did it roll? I'm not sure.
Yep.
There we go.
It did. Oh my god.
Which
Apparently,
one are we
you
gonna
rolled
take?
twice.
It rolled
I
3
didn't.
times.
Oh, I didn't even
Oh
shit
my-
tell.
All 3 were successes that just got progressively better.
I wouldn't call the
Okay.
second one better.
That's what I'm saying. The third one is better. The second one had a triumph, but also despair. But then we cleaned it up with just a triumph.
All right,
So
that's
we're
my
going to
because
accept
it didn't
that
say that.
first one there, that it was a success, that you managed to creep everyone really close.
All right, guys, listen to Blair Bear Muffin. I know how to be stealthy. Shut the fuck up.
The scout is basically giving you the eye. He's pointing at his eyes and pointing down at the sticks and then pointing down at the loud leaves that would make noise to make sure y'all are quiet. He's the woodland hunter keeping you quiet. So, Twyla, you've got your disguise on, which is going to give you a blue. So, what is it you're going to try to do?
Basically, I'm going to. Can I tell like what rank he is or something? Or go, you big boy in red. Why don't you come over here and help me off with some things? And I'm going to actually use, because I have a incidental out of turn ability called Clever Retort, that I'm going to use, give him 2 automatic disadvantages
Well, that's
to any skill check. So
correct. He's not rolling. You're the one that's going to be rolling. So that would be of you guys talking, and you retort to throw him off his game.
okay, well then.
So this is going to be you doing your deception or charm to.
I'm going to do charm.
To bait him to follow you in your sexiest
Mhm.
goblin.
In my sexiest goblin voice. Do you have the
Yes, I do.
You ready?
Are you ready?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, Nike. Okay, here goes nothing, guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The Reds did nothing, but they did everything, but you still shot them down. So you have
Baby,
one
why don't you
success.
come up and shoot me sometime.
And immediately, these two goblins like whistle because they're just like, "Hey, I didn't know there was any girl goblins here." And this guy immediately tells them to keep looking for shiny coins, and he immediately is walking right towards you to like, "Hey."
And I'm staying just out of my car. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Waving my fingers and batting my eyes and giving him the come hither and the finger come, And I'm like, it's like, let's go into the bushes. You guys are, I assume, ready to jump on him.
Or they're just shocked and going to watch.
I don't believe this actually works.
This is actually the best
We pulled off a Bugs Bunny!
in my life.
Bugs Bunny, hell yeah.
Okay,
so you're so lovely. Yes, I
so
know
this is a
it.
good time for everyone to go ahead and roll initiative, just to have an idea of what the order is.
So we get cool because we knew what was going to happen.
Exactly, that you knew that this ambush was waiting to happen.
Alright, where's my cool?
There are
Baby.
challenge dice here.
Now,
Oh,
make
does
sure
it
you're
roll
hitting
twice
the
for
initiative
challenge?
one, because it looks like
Bob.
Index or Bob did not hit the initiative one.
The one on the weapons, talents, and powers sheet.
Yep. I expected that.
Ouch.
Oops.
It's super weird that this negative dice.
Sorry, I hit the wrong cool as well. Do you want me to hit the other one?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Actually, wait, hold on. You've got 5 of you up there on the board.
It's because Michael rolled twice.
I did again? I thought I only rolled once.
It
We
pretty
will
much always rolls
totally
twice for you.
take
Huh.
that good roll there and make that one go away. Because we're a jerk. So yeah, go ahead and roll again on the initiative tab. Why couldn't it have been cool for my guys? Because my guys are good at cool. Of course, that was a pretty good vigilance roll. Shit.
Is the Witcher the one that's following me?
The Witcher is the one that's following you.
Yeah, well, he don't get to go first.
No, he doesn't, but it's good to know his
Okay, so
initiative.
Because I rolled killer.
Where's the initiative tab?
So click on the combat tab, and at the very top, it's got cool if prepared and vigilance if unexpected.
Weapons, talents, and powers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not called combat.
Ah,
Sorry, I'm looking at the NPC sheet.
okay.
There you go.
And let's put this in descending order. Just like that. So which one of y'all is going first? Is this goblin is
Who
greedily
can
walking
do the
by?
most damage to this guy? Because
It might be me.
go for it.
And are you shooting a bow, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have a blue dice because he's not seeing this coming.
And I'll aim.
And another blue dice for aiming. You are prepared.
Go Korrick. Go Korrick. Claw's eyes. Woo!
Holy
Try.
crap.
Yeah.
So
How come
9
there's
points of damage.
How come they well, I mean, he still did really well, but why is there still a red in there?
Because he wanted there to be red.
Because he wasted a story point. Gives us back one.
Just because there's a red doesn't mean he used a story point.
I know. I'm trying to get this another story point back.
Fine,
I'm
there, you used the
nasally.
red.
Yay. Story point.
So 9 points of damage before soak.
Yep.
So he is still alive as your arrow goes thwacking into his side unexpectedly.
And I'm gonna go, eek, we're being attacked!
All right.
I'll use the advantage to impose a black die on the next thing that one of them does.
Okay, so the next
And-
one of them.
Can I just trigger a crit with the triumph?
You can, if you'd like.
I have nothing else I can really do with it.
Okay, so
Or-
crit.
Or you
And
could make it
because-
that he got hit in the throat, or like, so he can't yell out. Go for the crit then.
So you hit him with a stinger, increasing the difficulty of his next check by 1 difficulty die. That's always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can I attack next?
If you want.
Okay.
And then
Are
I'm still
you
able to
also attacking with your bow?
Yes.
Does your bow have any cool effects?
Superior generates an automatic advantage on all checks related to its use.
Okay, and that's already in your bow's stats, I believe.
Yes.
So I'm also giving you a blue dice because this guy doesn't see this attack coming.
Really? Even after the last one?
Well, this whole round he's going to give you guys a blue die because he was totally unexpected as all these attacks all of a sudden happen.
Yeah, his pants is literally down.
Not quite. We hadn't gotten that far yet.
Look who thinks he
Oh.
wears pants.
He started this morning that way.
All right. Am I good to roll?
Yeah. Are you doing any additional aiming?
Yes.
I don't think he really needs to, honestly.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. There's no. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. He didn't roll against
they're
any-
missing. Yes, that's why I just rolled the blue and the purple for him.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So you had a success, 7 advantage, and a triumph.
Hell yeah. Can I use that time for another crit on him?
So 9 points of damage before soak. He is still alive, believe it or not.
Jesus,
Oh my
glad
God.
we got this guy alone.
So you can do 3 advantage for a crit or your triumph, and then you still have 4 advantages left in a triumph, or 7 advantages total.
He could activate a crit 3 times and get his crit roll plus 20.
Yeah, plus the 10 that's already from his previous crit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you want to do a super super duper crit?
Yes.
A super
Right,
duper-
plus 30.
So it's going to be plus 30 because it's already got 1 in there, so it should add that plus 10, and I'm adding plus 20 then.
Yes.
Times when it would be nice to have
experience.
vicious.
Hey, the math worked.
Yep.
Okay, so he has an agonizing wound. Increase the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until the end of the encounter.
This looks really good.
Yeah, so now next thing he does is going to be an extra purple die, which will get upgraded to a red die, and a black die.
Dang.
Kind of gross.
Okay, the poor bastard.
My turn?
It is your turn since they're not getting any attacks this round.
Okay.
What is Bob the Necromancer going to do?
I'm going to use my sling. And nail him between the eyes.
Okay, you're using your what?
I'm using my sling.
The sling?
Yeah.
Okay, so your hold on. Your difficulty is not in there yet. Your difficulty is now there, now that you got a blue dice for the surprise.
Okay, and I
Alright.
have to use
Well,
prepare
that's-
so I can't aim, correct?
So
Well, no,
if
you
I-
can aim.
Okay, I'll aim then.
Are you going to aim?
I'll aim.
Okay, so you have 2 blue now.
Oh, I have to get off, guys. I'll probably be on
What is-
later or not. We'll find
So
out.
7 points of damage.
Bye, Michael.
Bye. Have a nice night, guys. I'll be on if I can.
Okay.
Alrighty. So conveniently, after his soak, that's 4 points of damage. Which is conveniently what he had left. As Bob whips out his sling and does the woof, 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 and throws the stone right in between his eyes, causing the little brow to crumble in dead as he falls down head to the ground.
Okay.
So who's going next?
Well, does it look like the minions had heard any kerfuffle?
They definitely heard the kerfuffle.
Okay, I'm going to do basically a deception then.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yes, big boy. Yes. To make it sound like.
Like you're making whoopee.
Uh-huh. A very raucous whoopee.
Okay.
It
So,
usually
give-
sounds like flesh being pierced by arrows when I have sex. Also,
Give me a deception roll.
Okay. Shit.
Oof.
Wow, I beat you.
Yeah. It's because you upgraded it.
it's because these goblins have heard him make whoopee before, and no woman has ever been happy with it.
No female has ever been satisfied by the Witcher. Why do you think he carries his magic rod?
Is that a euphemism?
That's not the sound that mated goblin maidens make. Okay, so who's going next? That should be everybody,
of a
right?
noblin. Index hasn't gone.
I will simply move in the other side of the bush over here.
Okay, so when you do, you clearly see these 2 goblins are interested of what the hell is going on over there.
And that is all I will do.
Okay, so top of the order. Goblins know that something is amiss in the bush, especially when the metal head sticks out.
Oh, am I visible?
Were you keeping stealthy or?
Yes, I'm attempting to hide inside of the bush, just waiting for them to walk by again. I just wanted to be in a
Okay.
better position to engage.
Okay, so the first person to go is going to do what?
I'll move forward.
So those weren't failures, but just disadvantages, though, right? But no success.
You did not succeed. Yes.
So they're suspicious. They're not necessarily outright no.
Oh
That's
no,
something.
they know that your deception was not. You were not up there being pleasured. They know that something is wrong. Maybe there was a little spray of blood in the air. You know, you never quite know what exactly it was that keyed them off. Maybe it was the Witcher grabbing his forehead, going, "Ah!" as his forehead caved in.
I mean, that's the sound I make.
Okay, so you're moving up. Are you letting loose an arrow?
No, I was just moving up. I'm gonna prepare. If they move towards us, I will fire.
Okay. Oh, they're definitely going to be moving forward. They're going to investigate what's going on up there.
Can you see the 2 goblins over there from where you are?
Probably.
Because
You let them get close. The river aren't alerted.
well, you can aim, right?
Yeah, but I already used one maneuver. I don't want to use strain if I don't have to.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, why don't we let him get closer and away from the river a bit?
So does that mean that Index and our rogue are gonna do stealth checks to remain hidden?
Sure.
Because they're definitely intending to investigate what's going on up there.
I mean, I'm moving from one piece of cover to another, so.
I would move further away once I see someone showing up because I'm not sneaky, nor do I blend into the terrain.
Okay, because I'm just checking because they may cover a lot of distance real quick.
Yeah.
They can take as much
no-
strain as they would like.
Square.
There's no such thing as a attack of opportunity or a held action, so I just want to make sure that you do realize these guys
There are held actions. You can prepare. It's the thing in Genesys.
Yeah, you can prepare, but it's not like a D&D held action of if they come up, I shoot them type of thing.
Pretty sure it is.
So that means by going earlier, we're at a disadvantage?
No. Because if you wanted to, you can murder them right now.
But we can't wait until they've kind of moved and then murder them when we want.
No, you basically, if it's their turn, they get to move and take their action. So that's why I'm just making sure you know that, yes, they intend to go investigate what the hell's going on up there.
You want to just try and kill them?
Go for it. It'll take the other guys across the river a while to get there.
Are you kidding? You might get to sit there and watch them fail their athletics checks.
That would be humorous.
The trees start shouting, "How do you like it, huh?"
Damn, skip it.
So are you going to take a shot or just wait for him to get closer?
I'm just going to wait.
Okay, so who's going next?
I think they go next, don't they?
Nope. 2 of you, then them, and then 2 of you. So Index went at the bottom of last round.
I can take my turn and do nothing again. That's fine because that's what I'm expected to do.
Okay. So they're gonna move up here. Then they're gonna move up here. And realize, holy crap, look at all these guys over here, including our dead boss. Fortunately, they did a double move, which means that was their action. And they're not about to do anything more than let out this whole scream of invaders, murderers, ambushers. You know, it gives you that whole Tolkien feel.
Okay, I think now we can kill him.
Okay, so is it going to be Bob or Twyla that goes next? As the muffin falls asleep.
No, well, yeah. Do you want to go next, Bob?
Yeah, I'll go next.
These little bastards, they're ready for anything with their little shields and everything.
Ha! Heed! Ho! Parry! Thrust!
Okay, so you're running up there to bow staff them?
Yep.
Okay, so what the damage is 5. So 6 points of damage before soak as you immediately run out there and murder one of the 2 goblins. Actually, no, you don't murder it. You basically crack your staff across his face, but he just like bares his teeth at you, and he's not done yet. The thing of life is still left in him.
Okay. So my turn. I'm gonna hit that one with a I'm gonna throw my dagger at him.
Because you're far better throwing the dagger than stabbing with the dagger.
Absolutely, and I don't want to get that close. Okay, so I hit.
I was gonna say you should. Did you want to aim since you're not moving?
That's true. I would like to aim. Do you want to add a blue?
Try rolling that now. Because you only had one purple because you're short range. Okay, so you throw the dagger and murder one of them straight out. As you give Bob that look of like, this is how it's done. As you bury your dagger in his neck. What would you like to do with that little advantage you got there?
I'll give it to the next person.
Okay, so that's going to be the next person's turn. Top of the order. Who's going?
I will.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot.
Okay, you gonna aim?
Nah.
Okay, your pool is ready.
Wow.
As needless to say, the second one was just getting ready to start using his weapon on Bob, and an arrow just sprouts through his neck. And it just kind of makes this derpy look to Bob and falls down dead on top of the other one. That's got that dagger pumping fluids out of its neck.
I retrieve my dagger and wipe it off on the goblin.
Yes, the best swordsmanship style is surprise arrow to the neck.
Yep. And then I'm going to move over to this bush.
Okay, so you'll take 2 strain for double maneuver?
Not when I'm a cat person.
Ah, that's right. Okay, so pretty much at that moment, their screams go off, and all the goblins across the river hear what's going on and start getting super agitated. You know, jumping around like goblins would.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to change these guys. Bip. Bip. Okay, so first, this duo is going to try to ford the river. This should be entertaining for you guys.
Yep.
As the goblins dive in the river, let's get the difficulty up there. Because we're about to see goblin athletics.
That's like military intelligence or jumbo shrimp.
Yay!
As you guys see this duo come swimming out to the river and immediately get caught in the current.
Yes.
They immediately just like dip 10 feet down river as you're watching them do this. And this crew are getting really, really agitated. So this group is going to go ahead and try to shoot into the bushes because you dove into the bushes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to attempt to shoot into the bushes because that's what they think they can get away with. So we're going to add a black dice for the bushes.
At long range.
Yeah, we're just outside medium range. So they are going to shoot a group of arrows. But you know what? Oh, I used the wrong direction. That's what I meant to do. We're going to see if we can upgrade them to make them actually hit something. Do you have any range defense?
I do not believe so, because these shields are kind of trash.
Yeah, they are. So, pair of... Holy
Jesus.
crap!
What in the world?
3 successes and 4 threats. So needless to say, they arched their bows back as far as they could, and you're hearing their bows snapping under the force of these arrows that they launched. So it's 9 points before soak.
Cool.
But their bows are destroyed in the process. This is like the once-in-a-lifetime shot that you see them make. But sadly now they are weaponless. Maybe they can steal weapons from somebody else.
Anybody good at taunting?
I'm a bard.
These guys are going to try to come this direction, and they're inspired by the other guys. And they want to shoot their bows just like they did. In some magical universe where that should hit, right?
Yep.
Oh!
Jesus.
So I will... Do you want me to re-roll that? Because I think we both clicked at the exact same time.
Yeah,
So I made that
I think
oak
you should
sound.
re-roll that.
Okay, so we will upgrade the difficulty. Because I'm thinking that would probably give you more bang for your buck.
Probably. Or
And
it'll kill me. Either way.
Aren't they supposed to have 2 black for the unwieldy?
no, unwieldy means you have to have a certain stat to be able to use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No problem. So, needless to say, the re-rolling came out far better for you.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I spent that story point.
Yes.
And the second set of arrows end up, sticking in the ground in front of the bushes, and gives the next one of you guys to go a black dice because you're afraid your friend who dove in the bushes is now murdered. Yeah. So whoever's getting the next action gets a black dice for it. So who's going next after the goblins have drowned down the river and fired a bunch of arrows into the bush?
I don't want to go next because my next action will be to heal him, and I don't want a black die for that.
That is a good thing.
Does anybody else have anything other than my magic that can hit them first?
Tim and his bow, but
Tim's left.
yep.
The muffin is fighting off a pack of crows that are trying to eat his crumbs.
I really don't have anything I can do at range, but I can provide first aid for Korrick.
Pretty
So
sure
run
I can
up
only,
and
pretty sure I
Dive
can
into
only
the bushes with
receive
them?
one.
why don't you
instance
just
of
run up to the
first
bush
aid
and
per
try and hide?
encounter.
What was that? I'm sorry. What was Joseph saying?
I'm pretty sure someone can only receive the benefits of one first aid check per encounter.
Yes.
Technically, I'm counting the river escapade as a second encounter,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh, now it's the second encounter.
Now it's a second encounter since it allows first aid, not regeneration of cool.
Yeah.
Because nobody feels cool after half drowning in a river. So the mechanical man is diving into the bush after the cat,
Yeah.
saying, "I heard that you were wounded."
We heard yowling. And I'm gonna. Do you have the difficulty for this in there?
I do not. How wounded are you, Korrick?
He's pretty
I am
wounded.
below half, so it's going to be extra hard.
As that caterwauling sound just continues with the cat outside.
And I not only get a black die for not having the right tools, but I also have the black die from the enemies.
I'm sure this will go well.
It
Okay, so I've got 2 purple and 2 blacks in there for you.
Better be than other people.
There are story points. I'm just saying. I wouldn't mind her getting some back.
You can use a story point if you want.
That's fine. That's fine.
Apparently, the sticks and stones don't break his bones because the mechanical man is mending.
There we go.
Damn.
As he shoves the arrow through, and he's like, "It's just a scratch.
Tis merely a flesh wound."
You didn't need that organ anyway.
That's a vestigial limb. You don't really need it."
Doing open heart surgery. That's vestigial limbs.
This is a vestigial lung. Okay, that's what it's called.
No one needs 2 of them. It's like a kidney.
That was
So you
way
get
better.
3 points back.
Are you missing?
But
Yeah.
you're full on strain. You're full on strain.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I had to get up for a second to let cats into this room because, of course, they
The
want
caterwauling.
Oh, could you guys hear that too?
Yeah.
I thought that was.
I thought it was outside my window happening, but yeah. So, who's taking that last spot in the initiative?
I'll just throw a basic blast at them.
Okay, so which one are you going after, and are you moving closer?
So I get medium for free with the staff, right? So it's one more. So it's 1 more purple for the longer range.
Yep.
Okay. And can I aim?
Sure, you can aim a spell. It's just like any other attack.
Okay. I will aim then.
Okay, so you're adding 1 purple for range. So you're going to move up to here.
I thought that I was already in long range.
They're in long range, yeah.
Right. So I get medium for free with my staff, right?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So
So
one purple to make it long.
So we're at 2 purple. Any other effects are you adding to your spell?
Nope. And I'm aiming.
Okay. You're keeping it super basic.
Keeping it super basic.
Okay, so what spell are you launching? Just a regular 1-shot attack?
Just a regular blast.
Okay, go for it. So what is the damage for your blast?
The
And
rank is it the rank or the characteristic? I think it's the hold on.
Let me pull.
So it's the damage equal to the characteristic linked to the skill, plus 1 per success. So I have. So that's 4 points of damage.
And which one of the 3 groups are you shooting this at? Or I should say the 2 groups that you can see.
The group that's closest. The group that hit us. Oh wait, no, they don't have bows. So
these guys have bows, but their bows broke when they shot them.
Right.
Yeah.
So they don't have bows.
And these guys, you can't see through the bush here.
Okay, so then the other guys.
So the guys swimming?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you want to use that advantage for?
I will take back 1 of the strains, so I only lose 1 strain with the spell.
Okay, so you fire. Now, what does your bolt look like? You know, when you fire it with your staff, what kind of energy is coming off of you?
It's just your basic black bolt.
Okay. Black bolt of not necromancy.
Black bolt of but it's got stars in it.
So it's like you pulled night sky.
It's a shiny magical black bolt with stars.
Okay, and it hits the 2 goblins that are crawling over each other trying to swim and failing horribly. So it does not kill them. Are you good with where you're standing? You can still move.
I'm good with where I'm standing because they can't directly see me.
Okay, you that way you don't have to worry about these guys shooting at you.
Yep.
Okay, so top of the order, who's going next?
Question: since I am a bard and I verse magic, do I have to actually be able to touch Korrick to heal him? So if I'm using verse,
Well, you
you
have
can
to
upgrade
be
the
able to
difficulty to increase range.
see him, but you can add as many purples as you want to cast it at whatever range you want.
okay. Well, okay.
You probably want to move closer so you can see.
Actually, yeah, I want to move over behind them.
It's the
Or
healing train.
closer to the tree. You know, hide behind
Okay,
the
so
tree.
You're going to take 2 strains so you can dive into the bushes with them.
You know,
Yeah.
instead of healing me, you could buff me.
I actually don't think that she can heal you
I-
because you've already gotten a first aid check.
No, I'd be
She's
using
using
magic
magic
to heal
spells.
him.
But yeah, it doesn't magic replicate the medicine skill?
I have no idea.
Nope.
No. Okay.
That way it doesn't gimp clerics in the game. Or the closest thing to clerics.
Paladins.
Diviners.
There you go. So you're going to cast a healing spell?
Yes.
Do you have your magic page up?
Yes. Hold on.
So while you're getting that up, I will say it's a good time
It's
to take a
actually
quick break because your GM needs to take a run to the restroom.
Very good.
Okay,
Very
well,
So I will be right back. I don't know about y'all, but I have returned.
I never left.
See, sadly, I was drowning like these goblins. Okay, so you got your Arcana ready?
well, it's verse.
Yeah, well, your verse.
Yes. Do you have the
Yeah, magic.
So is it just 2 purples you're doing, or are you going for something crazy special?
No, I'm just right next to him. I'm gonna reach out and
So
it's
just
short
1 purple.
range.
Okay, gonna spend a story point.
No.
Gotta try to tempt you.
Does do your instruments give you any benefit for casting spells?
You know
Hold
that
on.
really cool benefit your instrument gives you.
Hold on, let me
That is a super duper cool thing that her instrument does.
let's see. Is it under inventory?
Yes, it's on your inventory tab.
Okay, except for Index, you haven't taken any damage though, right?
Correct.
Okay, but have you taken strain?
I think I do have some strain from a couple battles ago.
Okay, so because of my instrument, when I heal him, if it gives back any strain or healing, it would affect you as well.
Okay, cool.
But
Her cool instrument lets her do it for 2 people.
now, since I'm using it, if I heal it now, would that also it does an additional target? So can I pick that target, or is it just the closest one?
Basically, it's either you or Index you're doing it for.
Okay, well then I'm gonna do it for. If I get strain back, I'm taking the because I could use it.
Yeah.
So
but
you're doing it for you and Korrick. So you immediately get on your mandolin and bring.
Hold on a sec. Let me get to my skills.
I have your difficulty in there, by the way.
Okay.
Just going for straight on, one shot, super simple, point blank heal.
So you get 2 more points back.
2 wounds back and 1 strain back.
And I get 1 strain back, which is great.
Not bad for spending 2 strain to do a magic spell.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel a little perkier.
Yep.
So who's going next?
Well, I suppose all this work has been done. I may as well go next.
Did you give yourself your 2 wounds back?
I was about to. I clicked on my thing and it weirded out on me.
Okay, I got worried. I'm like, I didn't see your thing get bigger after the second heal. Who knew that a rogue is actually the tank of the group?
Right? The ranged tank.
It's because he runs in there to get hit in the face. Hit me in the kitty face.
I will aim and aim again.
Who are you shooting at? The ones in the water or the ones on the shoreline?
Can't hit the ones on the shoreline. They're out of range.
Well, if you move up here, the guys in the water will be just medium range. Your bow has long range, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, it's the short bow?
Yeah.
Good to know.
So what, is it currently long range to the guys in the water?
No, the guys in the water are just inside of medium.
Okay.
Bob back there, they're in long range, but for you, they're medium.
Alright, so yeah, I double aimed.
Okay. Taking some strain since, you haven't spent any and you've been given strain back so many times you didn't need.
Mm-hmm.
It means that the gods are telling you to take some holy shnikey.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed in this fucking bush. Wake me up when the battle's over. Blue dice for all of you. I'll see you at the end of the fucking battle.
He's gonna curl up in a sunny spot in the bush with a beam of light's coming down. So your arrow missed them, but it skipped across the river in some cool fashion that terrified the 2 that are sitting over here with their broken bows in a hand, and provided a great distraction with the 7 advantage it's giving you.
Yeah.
It's because your teammates like you. They really like you.
We do really like him.
So how would you like to spend that 7 advantage? Besides,
each one of our people a blue die, and I'll give the next one of our people a blue die.
Okay. So 2 blue for the next to go, and blues for the rest of y'all.
Yep.
So the goblins were hoping they would get a blue dice, as they're going to try to finish, crossing the river. And by finish, I mean not dying in their attempt to cross it. So 2 purple and 1 black can be really, really difficult.
Yeah, who knew?
The gnome and I know.
Yeah. We are well versed in that. Get it versed.
But
Unlike y'all, I'm willing to spend a story point to get him across the river. Survey says, oh shit. As they are doing their thing, and by thing I mean they're getting pushed further down the river. It's because they're wanting to get away from the archer in the bush. That's what it is. They're so attempting to evade the archer, and the magic bolts were coming down on them.
Meant to do that.
Yes.
So these guys are going to go over here and grab some weapons off the dead guys. And these guys are going to move over here, and they're going to shoot into the bush. Since it's crapshoot, let's see who they're shooting at. Oh, looks like they think they're shooting at the rogue. They think they are. So let's get the long range with the black die.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. An upgrade of difficulty before I could click it. Nice, nicely done. And I don't know what that scratchy noise is, but it's obviously the goblins. I'll blame it on Kellie.
Not me.
Thrown under the bus.
You didn't say anything, so I could only assume.
It wasn't I.
As the arrows go flicking into the bushes, and of course they catch on branches and stuff. But they're going to go ahead and give themselves a blue dice to their friends that are going down the water. Don't die, guys. Don't die. Swim to shore and surround them. So,
come to shore where I can actually hit you.
Not that effective of a turn for the goblins. It's been pretty bad, actually. So, who hasn't gone yet this turn?
I don't think I have.
Nope. Or index.
Oh, I haven't gone for this turn? No, I guess not.
That was last turn. You ran over and did the first aid. Saying, I think we could turn a goblin's corpse into an apothecary kit.
Yes, that's normal.
That's normal and not sociopathic at all.
That's just the way he's programmed.
How far can my character walk?
About 3 squares is a short run. So pretty much right there.
Okay. Then I'm just going to walk closer to them while staying in the bush.
Okay, so keep maintaining cover.
Yeah.
Anything for your action? I mean...
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So, Bob, what you gonna do?
Is there anything like recovering where I can just take a turn and recover strain?
Nope.
Not really, no.
You can cast a super simple spell and then hope to regain strain on that.
You could use your one divine spell to try to heal yourself and hopefully roll a buttload of advantages.
Oh. Is there like a taunt?
Yeah, you could use coercion. I haven't peeked on your character sheet in a while. I don't know how good of a coercion
I'm
person.
actually not that bad at that. That's a willpower thing. Okay, so let's try something a little stupid.
Yeah, you're actually pretty good with three greens.
So I will try and taunt the goblins so that they, instead of continuing to shoot us from far range, go into the water.
Okay.
You're gonna taunt them away with your black magicry?
No, I'm just going to taunt them with my...
He's going to try and tempt them into the water, so hopefully they drown themselves.
Come on in, the water's fine.
Okay, your difficulty is set.
Well, don't forget that blue that I gave you.
Oh.
Would you like me to roll one blue for you?
Yes, please.
Sex.
Did she say sex?
I said success.
She's trying to distract me. So you try to taunt them to cross the river to come after you all, and these goblins are kind of like, no, as they're seeing their poor compatriots drowned and being pulled down river. But you do have 3 advantage you can spend.
Oh! I will get back straight.
As you were bellowing down the hill at them, you were breathing in a nice, relaxed cadence, getting your catching your breath and getting your reserves back. Okay, so top of the order, we've got a pair of goblins going down the river. We got a pair of goblins over here that have pulled some nasty-looking knives off some dead corpses. We've got a trio of adventurers hiding in a bush.
Yeah.
And then we've got Bob the Necromancer standing next to a dead body saying, I didn't do it.
A likely story.
And not the first time.
So who's going to go first? Who knew this river was going to be such an obstacle?
Okay, so we're doing okay on health, that type of thing. Can I go next? I will try and get them to come into the water.
Yes.
Don't forget your blue die.
Okay, so we're doing coercion.
We are.
John, I want to.
I think charm might be out of the playbook at the moment. I don't think you can sexy flirt your way with another pair after that last time.
All right,
let's
try it.
Well, now that she's gotten the murder out of her, she's probably good for a roll, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, no, my coercion is not so good. But okay, so you added the blue die and the
I did. I've got the difficulty of their resistance to coercion, which you have obviously seen earlier is not that great, and I've got a blue die in there.
And apparently it just gets 2 advantage.
Your coercion is only 1 green?
I told you my coercion sucks. You'd think, because apparently coercion is willpower, not present.
Wait, what's
so you're yelling at them saying, get across this river and get us right now.
I dare you, come across.
What's your characteristic array?
Huh?
Like for...
My willpower is 1. My brawn is 1. Agility and intellect are 2. Cunning is 3, and presence is 4.
Okay.
You should have totally went for deception.
You said that it was... I totally would have.
Farm.
Well, how would I deceive them across?
It's not a real river.
Well, if you can't tell me, then you can't pull it off.
Okay, so I would basically try and deceive and say that,
you did your coercion. As the camera pans to behind these 4 goblins, and you just see the bush being bossy, saying, come and get us, you fools. And they look, and then all of a sudden you see the camera follows their eyes from the talking bush to all of a sudden, help! And they look in the river and see two of the guys getting washed away. And then all four goblins look at each other like, we're not going in the water. We're not going to die. But how would you like to spend your 2 advantage?
I'm going to give the next one of us a blue.
A blue die?
And I'm going to get 1 strain back.
Okay. So who's going next?
I'll try shooting again.
Okay, so they are now at long range because of that being dragged down the river thing. Are you going to step out of your protective bush to shoot them? You could step right here and be back in medium range.
Yeah, that's a trap.
It's totally not a trap. You only got these 2 guys with an arrow left. They would love for you to get in medium range with them. You know, this spot right here would be really nice. It's a really good spot right there.
It's a really good spot. It's my
really good spot.
And then I'll aim.
All right, I've got a blue and 2 purple in there for you.
Pew.
Pew pew.
Are these guys at long range?
Yeah. Because basically right there's the end of medium range. Unless you want to use more of your cat speed and get fancy and get to like right here.
No.
No? But since you clicked too fast, I was just about to spend a story point.
Unfortunate.
How unfortunate for you.
You rolled really well. Really, really well. Like you hit the magic number for after soak to do enough points there. To all of a sudden you fire you run out and you like fling your bow and your arrow just like blinding flash speed goes right between the 2 goblins and you just see this like pool of crimson greenish mucky goblin blood. We don't know what color it is in this game's setting yet, and they just stop struggling and slowly sink as a dark pool in the river.
Gross.
You made them take a nap.
A permanent one.
That's your nap arrow.
And what would you like to do with your 2 advantage?
I'll recover some strain.
By the way, we did forget.
What did we forget?
She gave you a blue die. Apparently came up blank.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
I just realized we forgot that blue die. As that was a really good spot to be standing in. Really good spot. And you know what? These goblins have knives. I'm thinking they're emboldened. I'm thinking they're going to cross the water. You've been trying to talk them into crossing. Just because, why not?
That's right.
So let's see what happens here. As they attempt their mighty roll against the power of nature itself. Oh, I gotta re-roll that. Why did they have it? Oh, that was the earlier point that was spent. Yeah, we don't want to handicap them that badly.
Speak for yourself. It's a complete wash. They don't make it. It's
As
a wash.
they jump off
it's a wash.
And they jump into the water, and immediately you see them start struggling in the current.
Yay!
Meanwhile, this group will shoot at the exposed cat because, hey, he came out in the open.
Exposed, but behind a log.
He didn't drop to a knee. Let's see what happens here. I'm giving you a black dice for your cover that's there. As they stick arrows into this little log here. As they're going to also take defensive position behind the logs. On top of, behind all the bodies. You can't see them. There's bodies. So who's going next?
I'm going next.
Okay, you've noticed combat has moved very far away from you.
That's okay. I'm going to do something that's in medium range. Although I am going... Oh, yeah, it is kind of moving down. So, what's a normal move? I can do a normal move and an action, correct?
Yep, you have a normal move, which will get you here, which will put them back in long range instead of extreme range.
Okay, well, actually, I was... Do I still have cover from the bows?
Depends where you move. I mean, where you are, they can't see you, you can't see them, and you are really far range.
Well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm actually going to... So how many squares, because I don't actually need to see them. What I am going to do, because you had such a great idea, or somebody had such a great idea, is I am going to summon a water spirit to help them drown.
Okay.
Now I know why necromancers are generally considered evil.
We have our definitive example of why necromancers are bad people.
But the water spirit isn't even a dead thing. Any sorcerer could do this.
Now the question is, are you going to spend that purple to make the creature friendly? Because remember, it's just like your necromancy.
Right.
The first purple summons a minion.
Right.
Second purple can summon a rival. But a third purple is required to make the summoned creature not aggressive against you.
Right. Now,
we're not in the water.
I just want a regular small minion, but it's going to be specifically water-based.
Okay.
And it will be friendly to me.
Okay, so where are you wanting to summon this water spirit, by the way?
Someplace in medium range.
Okay, so like right here?
Sure.
And you're not willing to spend the extra purple to make sure it's friendly to you guys?
No, I said I was.
Oh, okay.
I'm not willing to spend the extra purple to have it swim more.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to immediately go after your cat friend since he's in medium range there.
I would be very unhappy.
First, you nearly drowned. Then, he summons a water monster to finish you off. So I've got the 2 purple set, so it's basically friendly. It's not horribly tough, but it's going to go help those goblins drown.
Right. And remember, it's medium range, but it's natural in the water, so they're going to have a lot of problems fighting it anyway. Because it can breathe in water.
Yep. So as I immediately have to run into my little picture box, find me a water monster that I probably already have in here, but I'm just going to go with this for now. As you summon water monster, Flipper. And you're basically commanding it to go drown those fools?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's going to spend both of its movements to get next to them. It's not going to be a good day for the goblins in the water. All right, so that leaves us to Index, I believe, right?
Yes. I'm going to just move next. Does double moving take strain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I'm single moving to get closer to the action,
Okay.
and that's it.
So if you're not taking an action, you can use your action as a maneuver. So you could move a second time if you're not taking an actual action.
Then it won't take any strain.
Oh well, yeah. No, that's what I meant to ask.
Yeah, as long as if you're, it's basically when folks do a move, an action, and then take 2 strain for a second maneuver.
Yes, good check.
Yeah, it's only 2 strain if you're not using your action as a second maneuver.
Then I want to end up there.
So you're moving on ahead just to see what's going on.
Yeah, to see what's going on, and if more goblins start coming down the river, I can punch them when they try to breathe, like a fair person.
You're like, let me help you drown.
Blah 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 blah.
I have created automaton murder. It's not murder if you're not alive, right?
That's right.
So top of the order, you've got goblins thrashing in the water with a water spirit like surrounding them. There's this whole toilet bowl swirl going around them. These goblins seem really less inclined to fight, and they're probably going to run away at this point. And Mechanical Man hiding in the bush. Feline Rogue and Archer sitting there ready to shoot people back because they're nice, neat. And then we have the Singing Bush and Bob, the Necromancer, joining our bard Twyla in the bush. So who's going first?
Someone that can shoot the people that want to run away, I guess. I would hope.
Yeah, I'll shoot him. I'll aim.
Okay. So it's good, solid, medium range. Oh, so I hadn't given you your blue dice yet. Oh, and you're going for an upgrade is what that was. I thought you were hitting the trigger real quick on that bow. So an upgrade as well. Gotcha. So you are firing arrows at these guys.
Mm-hmm.
You are keenly motivated. And you, of course, murder one of them up right off the bat. And the other one's got a really bad wound to his leg, but he still wants to run it the second he can.
I'll give the next one of them to go a black die.
Okay. Because you want to make sure to see the ones drowned right in front of you.
If those are the next ones to go.
Intimidating cat hiss. Okay, so who's going next?
I'll go next.
Okay. Now remember to, if you want to command your thing to do more than just try to drown them, that counts as a maneuver to give it commands.
No, it can continue drowning him. I'm going to do a basic blast on the goblins that are still there.
The ones right there?
Yeah, the ones that are not in the water.
Okay, so it's going to be at long range.
Oh, okay, wait. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, Korrick is at medium range with them.
Okay.
You've got a football field between you guys.
Okay. Can I do a maneuver to get to medium range?
You're still going to be just out of. With one maneuver, you'd still be just out of range.
Okay. So, okay, and then I'll just do the.
Okay, I've got your difficulty dice in there. However, da-da-da. Because I want to bring balance back to the force.
That does not bring balance back to the force. So, are you ready?
Yep. So you fire that bowl, and it hits the wood right in front of the surviving goblin, and just blows bits of driftwood everywhere, and probably some of the dead bodies. But you do not hit him with that bolt. But you do have 3 advantage.
I'll gain back 1 strain.
It's almost like magic doesn't work over running water, except for the magic creature in the water. Which speaking of that, let's see what happens to the ones that are attempting to swim with their extra black dice and their upgrade because of the water elemental. Oh, Jesus. So, believe it or not, they're managing to tread water here. Probably because there's that log right there that was like so meant for them to crawl out of the water. But the water creatures following them. But one of them basically dies from the strain alone.
He just can't hold himself up any longer.
Yeah, no, because the other one climbed over them to get onto land.
They drowned almost drowned each other to get there, so only one of them made it. Because the equivalent of taking 4 strain is enough to kill one of them. They're not made of sterner stuff. But the one that's there has got his little jagged teeth ready to bite into something as soon as he can do that. He's hoping to eat the rogue, that's all I'm saying. And these guys, they're going to go ahead and... Oh, that's bodies. So many bodies. Got to move the bodies off the guy. He's going to go ahead and double move his ass out of there. He's not liking the way this is going.
What?
From the boss getting laid in the bushes to all of a sudden they're getting murdered, this is not good. These were the cowards left behind to pick through the corpses, not mainline fighters. So who's going next?
I will go next. Because now I can actually do something. So move
They're
here.
conveniently within one movement.
Yes. And I will hit them hit it with my dagger.
Just a sec, because
Yep.
this dice pool is not difficult at all here. Take all the things away. Okay, it is in there for 1. Oh, for 2 purple and nothing else.
Okay.
8 points of damage as you guys just see Index come clicking out of the bushes and just like sticks the dagger right into it. Obviously, Korrick's been teaching him this move.
Mm-hmm.
Index has been consistently good with his dagger.
As the water elemental's pulling the body back in the water. Okay. So, Twyla, you just saw McKenna murder. McKenna murder.
Okay, so I am going to basically, how far can I move?
So short distance is about 3 squares. So you can move right here. This lone survivor's at long range.
Yeah. I am going to try and deceive them. I am basically going to say, we have a huge force coming up from you that headed that way. Your only chance is the river.
You're really trying to get him back into that river.
The river's been the most consistently strong character in the
Yeah.
The power of nature itself to compel you.
Exactly.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a deception roll.
Okay. How many skills do you have left?
We have enough for me to use one.
Currently,
use
you
one.
have more than I do.
Yeah, I'm going to use one.
Okay, so let me get that upgrade in there. So your upgrade is in there.
Okay.
as I get mauled by a cat.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
I could use
Wait
some
a minute,
blues
the
on my next
upgrade's
turn.
not in there.
What?
Oh no, it is. It is. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your upgrade's
I was
there.
looking at charm for a second. Okay. Fucking hell!
As you say that, and the goblin looks at the water for a second, thinking, "Oh my God, there's an army on the other side." And he looks,
Seeing
and
the
at that
floating
exact
bodies.
moment, the water elemental is clawing at the goblin that's dead and pulling the body under the water. And the goblin's just like,
I'll chance the army.
I'll take wild chances with the force. Okay, well, I'm going to use the one advantage to give me back to full strain, and then I'm going to give the next one of us to go an advantage.
Okay.
A blue.
So you all are getting the idea that the goblin is probably gone to the hills shortly. Army or no army, he's running. He's going cross country, not going south. So who's going first?
I am. The water elemental is friendly to us, right?
You believe? This is probably the first time you've seen Bob summon something that's not a ghost.
Well, I'm gonna try getting a running start as I jump into the water.
Okay.
Because I make terrible life decisions.
I will give you a blue dice for the running jump on your athletics check.
All right, so that's 2 blue dice.
So let me get those in there. Sorry, I gotta get a cat off my arm so I can do that.
I don't want to die.
And you're upgrading now. You guys are using the upgrades across the water. Your difficulty has been set. Water is your weakness.
I am a cat.
Oh,
So
great.
you get this running start off the log and you jump over the water elemental and you're just like getting ready to go into diving position, and then all of a sudden the second you sploosh, it's just one of those bad splooshes that your body did something when it hit the water. It didn't hurt, thankfully. It didn't have any threat to give you damage. But you hit the water and immediately the current's like, nope. As you're just like, God damn, as the water pulls you. So who's going next as y'all see the
I'm going next.
Korrick go into the water, and then the water takes him, a few feet downriver.
I'm going next.
So what you gonna do, Bob?
I'm going to use my command of the water elemental to save the cat.
Okay, so as a maneuver, you're telling it, hey, save that guy. And the water elemental is going to give him a blue dice on his next action. Okay, what are you going to do for your action?
Move down the river in case I need to do something else.
Okay, so you're going to get there right next to Twyla?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's a lot of move.
Oh.
And a single move would only get you to right here. So if you're willing to take 2 strain, you can get to right here.
No.
Okay, so Bob looks at the elemental and says, fish the cat out of the water. So pretty much at that exact moment, Goblin yoink! Yoink!
Yep.
Jinkies! And he seems to be running scared. I mean, it's sad. He's got this salvaged weapon, and he's running for the hills. And who's going next? As y'all are seeing Korrick going downriver, the water elementals trying to surround him with pleasant current.
Are we at the top of the order?
We are not. We're in the bottom half. So it's either in or Twyla at this point.
Okay. Can you do anything to hit the running goblin?
I don't think anyone's got a long range attack.
I think there's a reason I tried getting across the water.
Because he needed to get within medium range for his short bow.
What
Is
I
there
want
any
to
reason
do,
why we feel we actually need to kill this last goblin?
In case there's more
Conceivably-
goblins.
conceivably, he could go get more goblins.
Adventure OCD.
Yeah.
You gotta
Also-
kill everything in the encounter.
He probably looted something
Okay,
from
wait,
that
wait,
fort, which is
No.
legally ours.
Okay, so is the necromancer the person saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't kill him?
Apparently.
That's funny.
Is this spot in water?
That
Yeah.
spot is in water.
I would like to move there and try to throw the cat further.
This seems like a
Aw.
terrible idea.
Yes, it
So,
does.
so you've got an upgrade and a blue dice for your next athletics roll to get across the water between your mechanical man holding you up above the water, walking on the river bottom, and your water elemental swooshing you helpingly. That's so sweet. Okay, so Twyla, it's down to you. What you gonna do?
Okay, so they're dead. And you guys are trying to cross the river to get the other ones?
Yeah.
The one that's running away, yeah.
Okay, I am not crossing that fucking river.
I didn't ask you.
I know,
The
but
voice of
like,
reason comes from the bard.
I'm gonna. Let's see here.
She's gonna ooh.
I'm gonna try and. I'll loot the bodies, I guess. I don't.
She's grabbing the body that's going slightly down current since the elemental let go of it, and she's like, "Nope, we're gonna loot that body."
Because I'm not gonna cross the river without a rope or something. So I guess I will loot the body.
Okay, so she is saving the corpse from floating away, and she's gonna start rifling it for loot. Fat loot. Fat goblin loot. So who's going first? The top of the order.
Me.
Okay, so let's make this funky dice pool that you've got here. We've got the 2 purple, the black, the 2 blue, and 1 upgrade.
Are you
There we
going
go.
to use it, or should I use it?
Or should I use it?
There we
The
go.
answer is fuck off, all of you.
No
No one uses it.
So needless to say, you managed to cross the rest of the river. Mainly because you're being literally carried by your team.
Yeah. Do I have...
2/3 of your team is carrying you, so you make it across the river with no problem.
Yeah. Does that take an action or a maneuver?
That's your action.
Okay.
So in theory, with that advantage there, you could have a maneuver.
Well, I mean, I have a maneuver as it is.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll maneuver again.
Because you're a cat.
Because I can.
Cat. They're
As
gonna
the goblin looks over his shoulder and immediately does this whole, they're following me.
Hello?
they're gonna die of exhaustion. It's gonna be hilarious.
I'm just
So
going to
who's
chase them
going
down. They'll die
next?
from strain.
As he's running the goblin down.
That is the way ancient man actually hunted.
You just
But
keep
is it the way
chasing
that
it until
ancient
it
cat
drops
man
dead.
hunted?
Ancient catmen.
Ancient catmen put their teeth into their prey before it died. So who's going next? Somebody's
I'll go
chair
next.
has the creepiest creak noise.
I'll go next
Okay.
and cross the river
Oh, you're gonna try to cross the river?
and have the spirit help me.
Okay.
We'll
So
see.
I'll give you a bonus for your spirit helping you. Let me set your difficulty. Let's see how well your spirit helps you across the river. I like how you jumped across it on the map immediately. Like you have faith that the spirit will get you across the river.
Yep. Tell me when.
I'm ready.
Uh-oh.
As the spirit helped you into the river. Relax, guys. Sorry, I got a cat fight about to start. Okay, good. You went to your neutral positions.
Did the spirit give him a blue die, or did it upgrade his roll?
The spirit gave him an upgrade.
Okay.
It actually turned one of his greens into a yellow. Okay, so Bob's jumping in the river, and the spirit is saying, "Come to me, Bob. Join me in the water, Bob. Don't walk over me like that. It's not cool, man." So, needless to say, Goblin is going to attempt to run away, and we'll go up in the map because that's the closest thing we can do. And he's actually going to take a shot at the pursuing cat that's running him down like a mountain lion.
Oh.
Oh, somebody just did a thing. It's because he knew I would so totally hit that button.
A thing has been did.
A thing was done. Let me make sure my NPC numbers have been reduced. Because if I don't modify that number, they'll get more dice than they should. So here comes an arrow from the crude bow with a thought and a prayer at almost point blank range. Wait, what the hell is that?
A lot of dice.
That's wrong number of dice. Let's try that again. That was the GM setting up the difficulty on both the Goblins page and on the GM page. There we go.
I like
so
it.
He flings an arrow at you, and of course the arrow just like zings past your face by a mile. And he's going to give you specifically a black dice. Purple
Okay.
As he's like, damn, maybe I should have double moved. Because that arrow shot didn't do jack. Okay, so Goblin is screaming, running for the hills. So, Twyla or Index, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna grab this corpse that's floating in the water next to me and drag it to shore.
Okay. You're like, hey, look at that corpse before it goes by, before Bob swims by. Okay, so Twyla, you finished looting the corpse. You have its meager belongings on you. A couple loose coins, a pair of rings that it had on it.
Okay. The spirit didn't help him across. I'll loot the other body that he pulled over.
So immediately Index throws these goblin corpses on shore, and Twyla's diving into their pockets already. She's just
I
like,
wouldn't say diving so much. It's okay. Let's just see what,
okay. So top of the order, Twyla is up to her elbows and looting. Who's going next?
Me.
Yes.
It's
I'm gonna
Mario.
Move up to him. I'm going to strain to aim.
Strain to aim. Okay.
And I'm going to upgrade with the story point. And I'm going to shank this goblin in the face.
Yay! Face shanks.
Or so you think.
Shanks for the memories.
I can that you miss. That's the only thing I can say. Your difficulty is set up. Oh, you're not you're meleeing, not ranging, right?
Yep. Well,
gotcha.
Brawl, but yeah.
Upgrade to purple and a blue.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what does it look like as you pounce this goblin from behind, by the way?
Oh, well, I mean, a katana is a push dagger, so really it's just going into the base of his skull.
Coming out the mouth.
Yep.
Someone's typing. Like,
Yep,
crazy.
that's me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna drag him back to the river.
Okay.
Does anyone have rope?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I do.
So how
I
about
still have rope.
we set up some rope just for getting us across this river, and we take a little bit of time to collect everything and figure out what we found.
Okay. Actually, do I have to worry about getting across the river now?
Well, you'll still have to do an athletics. Get yourself out of the water. Unless someone wants to throw the rope to him while he's in there to swim it the rest of the way.
Okay, so I hand them my rope, and I go, so we still need to figure out what happened here, right?
So.
Okay, so who are you handing your rope? You throwing it to Index?
Either one of them.
Index makes a really good anchor for a rope, especially since Tilda's elbows deep in Goblin.
Okay. Well, it'd be on this side. It would need to be Index or Korrick.
Well, you're swimming that direction, aren't you?
I'm winding up on this side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if you throw it to Index, you can take the other end with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So give me a quick athletics check.
Hold it. So he's throwing the rope to Index, and then he's going to pull Index across?
No,
he's setting a rope across the river.
Okay.
A safety line.
Okay, good.
So give me a quick athletics check, and I've got the upgrades for your element helping you. Because it really wants to help you leave the river. See, there we go. It wanted you to go now. Love is letting something go. So it's letting you go from the water. So you guys now have a handy-dandy rope going across the river.
So I'm going to ask the spirit if it wants to be released or if it wants to stay in the river.
It would not mind being on the material plane for a while.
Okay, have fun.
Okay, good. Just making sure the rope is there. As the element is going wee down the river. Whee!
So we still need to figure out what happened here, right?
Yeah,
we
something
still
like
have
that.
to find the
River
big-
barge.
Yeah, with the guy on it.
Okay.
With the Rune Golem.
I'm going to go over to the goblin and ask him.
The dead goblin?
Yeah.
In the creepy necromancy way?
Necromancer.
Dead, alive, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to talk to him.
Okay, so give me your necromancy spell.
No.
I'm assuming you're not wanting to make it too difficult. You don't want to extend the difficulty.
No. Actually, no.
Oh, you're just going to use your...
Yep. I just do it.
Okay. So remember, to do the Sixth Sense thing, you need 2 story points.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, to use the heroic ability.
Oops, I forgot that part. We don't have 2 story points, do we?
No,
Not
I don't
at the
think
moment,
so.
no. We have 7 GM story points.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be just 1 purple because I'm assuming you don't want them for too long.
No.
Okay, I am going to add a black because he doesn't want to come back from the afterlife.
In that case, I'm not going to do it.
You sure?
Yep. If he doesn't want to come back and talk to me, I'm not going to force him.
Do you have a nice way of compelling him to want to talk to you? How about that?
He's a polite necromancer.
He's a necromancer who respects bodily autonomy.
Actually, yes. So,
Okay, what can you say to this goblin that will make him want to come back to talk to you?
Do you want me to put in a good word with my mom?
Oh, so how do you express this to the dead goblin at your feet?
I am Bob, son of Hecate. And if we talk, maybe my mom will like you better.
Oh, okay. So I will make it that he is not resisting you coming back. He wants to come back to talk to you.
Okay. But yes, I have a code, and I do not bring back things that do not want to be brought back.
Beware the code that says want to be brought back. Sometimes they come back. So I've got the difficulty there. I did spend a story point, though, to turn that purple into a red. Because, something could be fun when you play, Pet Cemetery. And of course, Hecate is on your side, Bob. She's on your side. So immediately the goblin, his poor corpse is there, and Bob, speaking with reverence for the dead that he has, because he knows many of them on a first-name basis. All of a sudden, the specter of the goblin stands up from the corpse, kind of like hazily looking up at Bob. And it just gives its hand, it gestures with its hand, kind of like palm up, like it's like saluting you, and it's prepared to answer your questions, Bob.
So tell us what happened here.
As the specter talks in this creepy goblin voice, our war chief had us block river to capture barge that brings much treasures from the north. After we attacked the barge, the one who steers the stick on the barge said they would surrender and take the treasures to where we wanted them to take them. As you see that it's coughing, and the catarrh wound in the back of its head is kind of spraying ecto bits at the back. Our war chief had us make a base down the river where we could loot the dead bodies. Less than half a sun's worth of walk down the river. But we don't think we would get much treasure since the boss has brought an ogre to work for him. And of course, when he mentions ogres, ogres are big, giant, looks like a cave troll from, Lord of the Rings. As, he just does the... Will you put in a good word for me in the afterlife?
Of course.
And he gives you this kind of look, like he looks back at his corpse, and then he just kind of slouches in defeat. You get the impression he's basically waiting for your leave, or if you have any other questions.
So, do we have any other questions? Oh, yeah. So, where is this base?
If you follow the river south for half of the rotation of the sun, you will come across the caves that we inhabit. Our war chief was having the one who steers the boat take it to our base.
So, is there anything else we need from him? Anyone?
Pretty much, you're alone up there. Nobody else, followed you across the river or up to the corpse.
Okay.
Looks like Korrick didn't want to see none of that dead stuff.
You may leave, and thank you for your story.
And as soon as you say that, he just starts fading straight down into the earth. His head looks back at his corpse, or I should say the big gap in the back of his skull, as he just fades and... Meanwhile, across the river, a very happy Tilda has discovered that she's got a silver spoon with a M engraved on the handle. A hilt from a broken sword. It's not that fancy of a sword, but a ornate brooch of dwarven design, and more importantly, about 86 gold coins in assorted tiny little pouches. Some that Index is saying he thinks it's a scrotum that's been dried into a pouch.
Gross.
Goblin purses. So what is Korrick doing as he's, chilling on his side of the river?
Well, I did drag that goblin body back to the river, even though Bob and the goblin body are both over there. And I'm taking his bow.
Okay, you're taking his crude bow?
It's better than my normal bow, so yeah, I'm taking his bow.
Okay, so we've got a crude bow. Let me stick the stats out there for you. Goblin minion.
Really? The crude bow is better than the one you have?
Well, if he's saying that it's range medium, then it's not.
And he rolled a success.
I guess I didn't get shot once this game then.
Well, they were taking the upgrades for difficulty.
You can't shoot beyond the range that's listed.
We're ignoring that. We're moving past that. Shush. But it is a regular bow. Let me find the stats for it.
I mean, the only thing I wanted it for was for long range, but if it's not a long range weapon, then I
it is.
don't want it.
Let me pull the stats back up. Why did that close? Because I'm a dork. That's why it closed. Do not open books on the same tabs as Window Explorer. Because then you close everything. And yes, the 86 silver included the silver you looted from those guys, by the way. In their little testicle pouches. Because it's goblin made and it's got to be ooky. I hear you, man.
Is there anything in the corpses that are next to Korrick?
They're pretty much those are the items that the goblins looted off them.
Okay. Is there anything that Twyla you were looting from the corpses? Is there anything that you're keeping?
We can put it all in the communal.
Okay.
There's the stats for the bow. Does that get a cat butt in my face? Okay, so you guys, Bob comes back from his little conversation. Korrick found, thankfully those two guys had the last surviving bows because the other guys broke their bows. And Bob says, "What to the group?" Did we lose Bob?
So, no, I'm here. So, as we suspected, the goblins set up a trap here for the bards. Apparently, they have a troll working for them, and the bard actually is going to bring the stuff to the goblin hideout. And the goblin hideout is, and then I described where it is.
Pretty easy, just follow the river south. It's half day's walk, either the first half of the day or the second half of the day as the goblin walks. Now, if you guys wanted to, there is enough logs here that somebody with survival could probably make a raft out of it.
Yeah, I probably could.
That river is sinister, though.
I think the guy that has survival isn't here.
Do you want him to roll a survival for making a raft? We can make him do that. We have that power.
I'm good either way.
Oh, and the goblin did convey that the goblin warren is on this side of the river, by the way.
Oh, okay.
If that makes a difference to you guys. Henceforth, why most of the goblins were on this side of the river. Because, as you guys saw, the goblins had a hard time crossing. Their boss waited for that bridge to be made to block the river before he tried going across the river. So is there anything special you guys do before we wrap up?
Does anybody need medical attention?
Not really.
I think we came out well.
Actually, with the final advantages that I've got, I'm only down 1 strain overall. Oh wait, 3 strain overall.
Did the loot include the chief dude that's in the upper right hand corner?
Oh yeah, we need the stick of being important.
Oh, you want his stick of being important?
I don't know. We want to see how good the stick of being important is.
How important?
Okay, so when you all go back to the top of the hill to loot that body, you find an additional 36 silver.
$36 silver.
And let me copy paste. Go back into the book. that's a big copy paste. And his magic scepter of importantness.
Oh, it's a magic scepter?
Yeah, it's a magic scepter. And that funky symbol is a... Go back up there.
Integral symbol.
Is a blue dice, by the way. Apparently does not copy paste too well. Unfortunately, he sadly did not be able to use it.
What?
Sadly, he was not able to use it and show you how it works.
Yes.
I will keep the scepter.
So Bob, the necromancer, has his rod and his staff.
Yep.
Because that being able to increase the damage thing is nice.
Yep.
Sadly, he didn't get a single shot off. It's almost like y'all played your tactics really well. So that is a good place to wrap it up there then.
What is...
So, did Korrick do that survival roll for making a raft, by the way?
Yep.
So, conveniently, there's this little chunky block of logs that I made. That's your raft.
Yay, Korrick.
Yep.
Conveniently, it's large enough that all five of you guys can pile up pretty easily on it.
I don't take up much room.
It's almost like our little cat man does not want to go back in the water.
I really do not.
I concur.
So the question is, are you guys going to ride the raft down there? Or are you going to do something sinister like pile up bodies and send them down the river? Because I gotta ask Korrick as part of the group.
That seems a little unnecessary.
Okay, so you guys are going to utilize the raft?
Oh, before we go, I do actually say a word over the dead goblin.
Aww. So you kept your end of the bargain to put in a good world with your mom.
Uh-huh.
Well, what about the dead human corpses?
I don't care about them.
I'll sing a nice, lovely dirge.
They were already told by the time we got here. Okay, so Korrick's been strapping together this raft. Bob is saying some nice words for the dead goblin. Tilda is saying a nice...
Oh, okay. So the magic scepter is just a base magic scepter. That's what all magic scepters do.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was only a basic witcher.
Toss a coin to your witch.
I had to hold myself back from saying that the entire encounter.
I finally couldn't resist.
I was waiting for somebody to burst into Witcher song.
Instead of Valley of Plenty, I'm like River of
River of Bloody. I mean, you would have been fired as a bard if you hadn't burst out into the song at least once.
True.
This one time at Bard School, this bard didn't sing the Witcher song, so we fired her. She didn't act like a good bard, so we scolded her, and now she's just a scold.
Oh, you're funny.
Okay, so you guys are taking the boat downriver? All nice and leisurely like?
I don't have to do an athletics roll. I'm happy.
And then your water elemental comes up and unties all the knots. it says, I am free! And I can finally go down there and delete that big pink line.
Yeah, I didn't do that line.
Totally blaming
we
Kellie.
do want to get our rope back.
Which rope? The one that went downriver?
No, the one that's
we used
across
for the
the.
bridge.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the last person unties the rope on their line, Twyla, and the rest of the group pulls her across the river again. Again, we end up with the bard being wet.
Hey, as long as she's not drowned.
Do you know how long it takes for the mandolin to dry out? I mean, hell, the gnome probably could have rowed the mandolin across the river, but hey. Okay, so that is a good place to wrap it up there.
All right.
Yay!
You guys got a lot more coins. Almost enough coins for an apothecary kit, I'm just saying.
Yeah, how much are they again?
I think they're like 100, 150.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think they're like.
Let's get one of those.
Get one of those, just perma attach it to your index 001, so that way he can hit a button and it just drops open in his chest.
Yes. All of the medicines are suppositories.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Did anyone explain to the automaton what a suppository is?
It goes into the healing places. That's the noises you will make. Good. I'm glad you are practicing. What are the what are we looking at? XPs.
XPs will be another 10, so your total is 20 unused EXPs.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you used EXPs between.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something
I
tells me
no.
Korrick is like I am as a player, and he spends them as quickly as he earns them.
And
I absolutely do.
No, I'm up with it.
It is easy. It is easy early game to spend all of the points.
You just go one skill, click.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys, have a good night.
All right.
Right.
See you guys
Good night.
later.
Since we're talking about spending points,
Uh huh.
what did I want to do? I wanted to.
Are you making sure that you're not spending points on the same thing other people are spending points on? So it's 10 points to get the second rank in a career skill. And because I think most of you guys are going to aim for the 2 ranks in what you're good at.